Freedom lovers, you asked for a little bit more, you got it. So sips to all you, mob. I did feel a little bit bad. I seen Valerie popping in right at the end of the pre-recorded upload. Apologies. I intended to run comments during that and sort of speak from here to everyone at the same time, but what can I say? Things go wrong. I don't do the pre-record very often, so I hadn't actually thought too much about how the system worked from the last time I'd done it. But it's all right. I learnt my lesson. Hopefully I've learned this time how to get it done right. But more importantly, how the hell is everybody out there? Hey, we've got Harps there. G'day, mate. Again, I've seen you watching there. It was good yarning with you in the background. It was interesting being an audience member in amongst it all. So yeah, Skull. Harps, if you're keen, mate, if you want to shoot me an email, actually, I'm going to open this up to anybody who wants to come on and share their two bob about, what just transpired in the recent in the interview with Cass, or even just world events and whatnot. You pissed off because people are throwing bombs at each other, and we're no doubt going to get dragged into it. We're going to watch our economy. Look, we know there's consequences. We have to pay. We always have to pay. That's the problem. So you want to get your thoughts out there. By all means, just shoot me an email, nqfreedomnetwork@protonmail.com. And maybe just hey, remind me in the comments, because I'm running everything myself today. I'm giving everybody the night off. That was the original plan, is to just let everybody have the night off, and I'd run comments and we deal from it there. And just got the inspiration to go, you know what, why not? They deserve a little bit more. And at the same time, Sunday we got Reuben Richardson's coming on. He's been down doing a bit of political work for himself and getting involved, especially in relation to the anti-Semitic hate speech, whatever, manipulation of free speech is the true element of this. He's been putting some submissions through. I had a bit of a brief text conversation with him today, and we've decided we're going to do a podcast at 11 o'clock Sunday regarding that. Good dude. He's been here sort of supporting the network for quite some time. So, got to give the man some props and give him a chance to speak when he can. He's doing good work, and that's the important thing. So where are we? I was going to play a clip I'd set up, but it turns out I set it all. I've got it all done, and then didn't press the render button. It would seem either that or I put it in the wrong folder or something. I can't find it. But anyway, excuse me. If you haven't gone over to the Telegram thing by now, oh wow, look at all the comments. That happened quick. I'm not used to running the comments, so g'day Clark, g'day Nick. If you haven't already gotten over to the Telegram thing, get over there, because I'm sharing stuff, and I'm only sharing it to Telegram. Like, honestly, there are a lot of the things that are going to be coming out as some associates of mine do some deep research are no doubt going to be banned. Have some very interesting things. We're finding things from people who have been banned, for saying them. By the end of the day, it seems to be based in fact. We just want to make sure that we've got all our dots and T's and stuff crossed, because if they're going to come at us, I want to be able to go, well, prove it wrong. You can't call it hate speech when it's the truth, can we now? Chat was tame today. It's because I didn't have all you mob to egg me on, and I didn't have a drink in my hand. Anyway, sorry. We'll make it a little bit more exciting. And this is an opportunity too for people to perhaps let us know what questions you'd like to ask Cass next time too, which was one of the things I wanted to do in the comments at the time, but obviously things didn't work. So here we are doing this. Just email. No worries. You're right, Harps. All good, brother. I'll copy that, and I shall send. Okay, Here we go. Harps. Reply and V. And that's how easy it is, ladies and gentlemen. Shoot me an email and just say, hey, I sent you an email. And if you want to pop on, let me know. I just, it's good to know that we've got an email and a confirmation, because obviously I've done the open thing in the past, and you get all sorts of weirdos, leftists, trolling and whatnot. So sips to all the leftists out there. Imagine being so fucking pathetic that you need to watch things that you hate just so you can hate on it while you're doing it. Fuck me, there's so much good information out there. I haven't got time to watch fuckwits. so just so I can hate on them does my head in. Just the whole concept of it. It's like, wow, how pathetic a human being do you have to be a troll? Like, wow. I feel sorry for them. I couldn't imagine a worse fate than being something so pathetic. It's almost as bad as being a mainstream journalist. And fuck me, I was a mainstream camera operator. That was bad enough. Like, fuck me, but to be a journalist as well. I was watching a bit of Redacted earlier. And boy, old mate really loves ripping journalists as much as I do. I love it, because they're just such paid for mindless fucking drones ready to regurgitate the narrative because, hey, they got the cushy seat in the front this time. Or they know if they ask too hard a question, something bad might happen, like they don't get invited next time, because they sit by the emails every morning waiting for the stories to come to them, because that's what journalism has become now. We've got to wait for people to actually do it. He's probably playing with his zucchini with his pants off. I have no idea what that's about, Nick, but okay. Rex, good evening. Good evening, Rex. How art thou? Got it. Awesome harps. Look forward to seeing you here. It'd be nice to meet you. Outside of, I see you text and I'm like, hey, that's harps, but to have a face, that'll be interesting too. Laser goggles, hey? I think I've missed some of this, but yeah, Sips Victoria, I just did that. Am I flooded again, says Belinda? No, it's just one of those, wet seasons. It rains. There is a bit of a cyclone brewing up in the north. I did have a whole bunch of shit we can talk about too, but we'll get to that. First off, let's go to my favorite weather app, Windy. I find it's one of the better ones, and I found it very I found it was a really good confirmation when working as a lame stream, going into the behind the scenes of the fireys and whatnot, and see they use that as well, because the information you get visually is just so much better from this from Windy than the Bureau of Meteorology. Cool, they talk a whole bunch of shit, but it may as well be just big spiky lines flying across, because nobody fucking understands their bloody bullshit. Anyway, so right now it's 26 in Townsville, which is cold for this time of year, but the humidity is pretty full on. So, hang on, look out. The alleged cyclone's already fizzed out and gone inland. There you go. So, apparently we were supposed to see something of it's a tropical low, really. It's supposed to have come in through here, sort of thing. It looks kind of like, I haven't been monitoring it, to be honest. I thought it was still another day or so before it was really going to do anything. But no, it looks like it's just fizzed out. It's gone straight inland. It's still on 2/5 of fuck all by the look of it. Where is it? We want rain and thunder as the setting I usually go for, because that's the bit you really want. The wind sort of seems to flow through anyway. But as you can see, we've just got a little bit of wind, a little bit of rain. We haven't got any pink bits. You got to watch out for the pink bits. They get you in trouble. Tips. So, no, it's green here, man. We've got a bit of green. It's really not that bad. It's wet season. It's doing what it does. But funnily enough, talking about the weather, what's really funny is how they've said this was going to be the driest, hottest. It's going to be the most disastrous fucking wet season we've ever seen. But you know what it turns out to be? More bullshit, lies, and fear mongering. So things come to those who hate. You're always thinking you were fucking quoting Skeletor out of fucking Masters of the Universe, Anyway, hate Telegram. Just ask Jay. Look, I'm sorry you hate Telegram. I find it's actually one of the easiest ways for me to be able to share everything outside of Signal, which is something I tend to encourage people I personally sort of communicate with, just because it's easy to send files and picture everything you can send, and it's just so much easier. I think as a social media platform, so many of them are restrictive. I can't put a PDF up there and share a whole fucking book like I did today. I shared a 1,000-page book, huge book. What was important about that book was that it's been banned everywhere I can find. And I was looking for a physical copy, and they wanted something like $17,000 for it. It was ridiculous. So I managed to do me and, find a PDF in various places. I was surprised that archive.org actually turned around and said, nah, the content of this is inappropriate. So obviously the paid for warmongers didn't like that. So, I found a copy of it in the places I find things, and shared it on Telegram. So information free. You cannot, it is hard to track down. I managed to find it, and I've shared it on Telegram for you to see. It's not my information. I just found it, and I am sharing it because I'm such an asshole. I'm sharing. Because sharing is being an asshole. Just ask the Money Masters. They're very good at not sharing. Mainstream camera. Oh, look, the world drove me to drink long before mainstream camera operation. I can tell you that, man. Oh, mate, I'd be having beers, but as I was explaining to people on Rumble earlier, my latest batch has been poisoned. Something's wrong with it. I cracked one the other day. And Jesus Christ, what that? It smells like chemicals. It tastes like chemicals. I'm like, what is going on here? I dropped it, and I went with I'll try the next one, and the same thing. I think I got 4 or 5 of them poured down the sink. I'm like, this whole batch is fucked. I looked up what might be causing that, and it's been implied that it may be excessive chlorine. And I wouldn't be surprised. Even though I filter my water, I didn't filter enough. We'll have to catch up soon, Brendan, for sure, mate. Definitely. It's a little bit messy here. That's why I haven't really chased you up. We've still got a few logistical issues to move around in the house before I have enough space to get you in here to do anything, brother. But we'll definitely have to catch up soon, man. I think all these instruments and all this gear and all the knowledge that we have accumulatively, that we can do some amazing things. So yeah, stay tuned. Belinda, I'm too scared to ask him. Ask me what? Or are you talking about somebody else? I don't know. It's hard to keep up with the multiple layers of conversation. Wow, that's like the Beavis and Butthead comment of the day. He said, "Macbeth." No way, Beavis. Buddy, I can hear them banging on the fridge door. You better get onto them then, man. You don't want to leave those poor bastards. They're pleading. They're pleading, please allow me to fulfill my purpose. Drink me. Yeah. I'm not sure what you're talking about. Some global cooling, otherwise known as winter. Nice work. Love it. Yeah, look, me and winter never really got along, hence tropical North Queensland. That's just me, though. It can get a bit hairy sometimes. That they can. They come in all sorts of form, bold as a badger. Actually, like Terry, easy to call as well. Yep, there you go. Very useful, very simple. And that's the problem. So many of the other apps have are limited this way, limited that way, whatever, where Telegram just seems to have an availability to do all. You're trying to get us banned from this show too. Spies everywhere. More a Willy Weather fan for fishing on bays. He said Willy. But does Windy use the same weather stations as BOM? Quite possibly. Actually, what's really creepy about Windy, I've noticed, like, somebody showed me how to set it up. I haven't done it on the computer, but you can actually check the CCTV cameras all around. Like, there's a whole bunch of CCTV cameras that have been given you can access via Windy, which is I can see from a weather curious point of view, oh, should I drive down this friggin' highway? What does it look like? And, I can see that as a benefit, but at the same time, I find it extremely creepy. But that's just me, you know. Sung by Heaven the Axe. Hey, I know that band. All good things come to those who hate. Oh, there you go. I should have known that. Never actually got a chance to gig with those guys when I was down in Melbourne, but they did some good stuff. Did some good stuff. No, I won't ban you. You can talk about Pink Bits all you like. All right, what? Yeah, look, like I said, I usually filter my water. The filter must have needed changing that day or something. Just didn't quite keep up to scratch. Economically, things are not good here, so I guess cost cutting got the best of us at this particular this point in time. Somebody else, yeah, we hate winter too. Yeah, cool. Move to North Queensland, problem solved. I actually really like winter time. That time of year, a shitload better than I used to. Usually, wet seasons kind of become a little bit, like. I guess you got to take the good with the bad, but at least I'm not cold. It's fucking hot and it's wet and it gets a bit painful, sometimes. But at the end of the day, fuck winter. I'd rather be hot and wet than cold and wet. Well, I'm going to leave that one right there. We're taking the Pink Bits thing a bit far. I've had a feeling you mob would run with that. Oh, do you find the pro version actually is of benefit, Adrian? I'm curious. I mean, it's one of those things. Like, is it worth paying for? To be honest, like, and specifically on that, I noticed like there's like every 2 hours there's a significant jump in what's going on. Like, does it run smoother between the time frames? And I mean, I know one of the things they sell is like, oh, we'll give you the 2-week forecast. It's like, mate, if you can get tomorrow right, I'll be fucking impressed. But anyway. The Pink Bits are a bit purple, eh? You guys are just going to run with it. Yep, Alicia, she's milking it. She's milking the Pink Bits. Are you sure? You sure they're not hanging off the back of a cow? Come on. Sea breeze are very ancestral. I've never heard of sea breeze. Actually, we'll have to look into that one. Yeah, you can. But it's very different. Things don't grow the same as they would down south, that's for sure. Some things that I had no trouble growing down south struggle to grow up here, that's for sure. Not that I can do much gardening with my back the way it is. Like, get down in the dirt for maybe half an hour and I'm in absolute agony. So wow. Yeah, southeast Queensland, north. That's probably not so bad. I don't think I'd go as far as Sydney or Melbourne. That's for sure. Not for the not so much, not as much as the excessive population, and undesirable elements of it. But it's just too bloody cold, even in winter. Well, summer, sorry. If you get a sunny day, everybody bitches and moans. Oh my god, the sun's out, it's hot. Like, fuck off, man. I've been waiting all year for bloody thaw out. Run it fine, smoother. You can actually track cycling. Okay, radio. All right. After what's that worth, man? I'm watching the AFL. Why watch an aerial ping pong? All right, come on, it's just the Queensland term for the AFL. Yeah, it's fuck. How does anybody watch? I mean, I am subjected to it from time to time, but I watch it, the aerial ping pong, and it's even more chaotic and nonsensical than it used to be. At least when back in the 80s when I gave a shit, I could understand a little bit of what was going on. There was designated positions, forwards and pockets and centers and all these sorts of things, full back, full forwards and all that shit. Now it's like a swarm of fucking bees. It reminded me of watching my kids doing Little League. It's like, what in the hell are you people doing? Oh, Jason, really? Come on, mate. There's ladies present. So at least when I made these comments, it was just, I was a little bit ambiguous and I was tongue in cheek, Don't you think about putting that tongue anywhere else, you dirty buggers, but you get the point, it's tastefully disgusting, if you're going to serve up a turd, it should be at least wrapped in salad. Anyway, that's probably the worst analogy I could possibly come up with, and it makes no fucking sense, but it just popped in my head. I'm sure I can hear the laughter echoing across cyberspace. But anyway, what's your current go-to homebrew this time of year? It's very hit and miss in Vic this time of year. Wow. Everything's with the weather chaos in Victoria, trying to control the temperature must be an absolute dog's breakfast. Up here, they recommend putting it in a fucking your vat or in a fridge with a thermostat controller to maintain a 20-degree temperature. Personally, I just kind of keep the house at a standard level with the aircon and whatnot. I'm generally a fan of Morgan's Pale Ale as a base, with Galaxy hops, about 10 grams into your 22-liter sort of batch of Galaxy hops. I quite like the Galaxy. I think it's a nice fruity edge to it. Gives you that obviously fruity flavor. Reminds me of the Wild Yak sort of a thing. I find that's a nice, easy way to do. I've tried lots of different hops. They don't always work out very well, but I always keep coming back to Galaxy. It just works really well, and I tend to run that kind of all year, to be honest. I've tried so many different things, and I just find that just tends to work time and time again. Like that's why I was really shocked to actually get a batch that didn't work. It's like it just doesn't. That never happens. I mean, I've been doing this shit for 8 years now, and this is like the first batch that I'm going to have to pour down the fucking sink. And I tell you what, there's going to be more than spilt that day. A great many tears will be spilt as well. So, it's a sad time when you put beer down the sink. A great beer crime has been committed, and I think I may have to send Townsville City Council a bill for damages. Like emotional damages as well as the physical loss and the loss of time, and we put a lot of energy in this house into creating our own foods and products, and to have it wasted, reckless behavior by a vile corporation posing as local government that we all said we didn't want. Anyway. Well, look, I'll pay that. At the end of the day, I'm not a big fan of grown men playing with their balls in public. That's just me, though. Just having a smoke, mate, and then I'll jump in, unless you don't mind me smoking. Mate, I do not give a shit. It's your house. I can't smell it. We don't have smell-o-vision, so you can smoke away all you like. It really does not bother me at all. DJ Knucklehead here. G'day, mate.
Oh, hey, buddy.
Good, mate. Yourself? Oh,
all right,
surviving.
Mate. All right. Sips, mate.
Yeah, you got your bevy? Good.
Yep.
Sips? Al?
I got 2 bevies, mate. Red wine and beer.
All right, I can't prepare myself, brother.
I don't have much left, mate, so.
Oh, go on the high price, the top shelf. The top shelf.
That's my favourite drink.
Ah, nice.
It's
not a bad job. It's better than the standard Bundy. It can be a bit like petrol sometimes, the standard Bundy, I find. But, not bad when watered down with a bit of Coke.
Yeah, well, I don't mix it. I drink it straight, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I tend to prefer drinking straight. Like I can do one with a mixer, but any more than that, the sugar and the caffeine just heart palpitations, and you just don't feel good.
Maybe if they made the Coke like they made it in the 30s, it might be all right.
Could give it a go. Hey, you never know until you go, hey?
Yeah.
So, my friend, it's been a while. You've been watching for a long time. I understand you've got your own podcast doing more music sorts of things and whatnot. Here's your opportunity. Fucking tell everybody about what you do.
Okay. I do a show with made in Oregon, America, and it's called Mob Rules. Yeah, we just play heavy metal and a punk and yeah, a lot of music. Normally go for 4.5 hours the show. Um, have requests, have a few people put requests in from around the world and all that. So yeah, it's been doing it almost 2 years, or in May it'll be 2 years. So hey, except I have to get up at like 7 o'clock on a Monday morning to do it.
American time.
Yeah, Australian time because it's Sunday afternoon
Oh yeah,
over there.
but is it
Yeah,
because of the American
yeah,
time that you? Yeah, sorry, I
yeah.
should have worded that better.
And we were changing the time like when we go into daylight savings and all that, but now I just thought, nah, it stuffs me up because I was getting up at, the show was starting at 7, then it would start at 9 or whatever. So I just said, nah, you have to change to my timeline. So yeah, so we do requests and all that, thrash metal, death metal, everything.
One of the best things about coming up to Queensland was not having to worry about daylight savings outside of the fact that it affects other people. And then, and like even when you escape it, it still fucks with you because other people have problems with it, and it does my head in. Like I remember how many times, like especially being a muso, we get up to all sorts of things, so we get confused from time to time. And we don't need something like daylight savings confusing us any further. Hey, we're going to turn up for a jam session at this time or whatnot, even like fucking playing gigs, people would get fucked up by this bloody timeline shift, and all of a sudden you got people turning up an hour early or people turning up an hour late. There's 2 hours limbo because some people think we're going forward, some people think we're going back, some people didn't even know things changed. It's bloody astounding, like what a mind fuck daylight savings is.
It's like I stuffed up during daylight savings because I jump on the show. Your show starts at 8 o'clock, and I jump on. Yeah. Where the fuck's Batty? Yeah, fucking looking. Scroll down. Oh yeah, that's right. They don't have daylight savings, so it's starting at 9 o'clock here.
That's why I specifically put in the pictures and the little time holding things, 8 p.m. Queensland time. I don't give a fuck about everybody. I ain't changing. I moved to Queensland so I didn't have to.
Smart man, mate. Smart man.
Thank you. Make everybody else suffer so that they fucking actually finally get their shit together and complain to the appropriate entities to get rid of daylight savings. It is a psychological assault that shouldn't happen. Like seriously, if you're not happy with the time, okay, change it. But why change it back? What the fuck?
Why make your own time?
Yeah.
I notice you never bite when I hang shit on the Jackson guitars. So I mean, almost every show I write about Jackson guitars.
I haven't noticed, to be honest, because I don't normally run the comments, so it's kind of like a case of if something catches my eye. Oh, the BC Rich, I had one of them. I fucked it off. They got cool shapes and stuff. I do, like they're obviously Slayer and all that. Love them back in there. I had a BC Rich Ironbird, I think it was.
Yeah, that's what that is.
Mine was a completely different shape though. It had more of a sort of that James Hetfield sort of a shape.
Okay,
the way it sort of curved up and then it come out at a spike down the bottom. Mine was more rounded. Like you've got that. That's got more of that. Yeah.
Axle.
Or maybe it was an Ironbird or something. I don't know. It was something. I can't remember what it was. I got rid of it a long time ago. The problem was I picked it up from Cash Converter for $350, which seemed like a wonderful steal at the time. Like, hey, But what I failed to do was actually run my fingers down to the 12th fret and realize there was a bow in the neck. So it's great while you're playing rhythm, but you move up the fretboard and it just go dead on you. So
yeah. Oh well, could have used a capo, couldn't you?
A capo. Oh, look, that's all right if you're moving the rhythm, but as long as you're playing rhythm and you're up the low end, you're fine. When you come up that high end, man, you just get fret buzz.
Yeah, I got a good guitar. Spiel, I don't have it anymore from Cash Converter or from a pawn shop back in the 80s. It was a Washburn.
Yep.
It was a G4VB, and that thing had select DMG pickups in it, which were Washburn pickups, but that thing was brilliant. But yeah,
I always had a
unfortunately,
lot of. I think the only thing I got with active pickups is the 5-string bass there. And,
yeah,
every time I'd use active pickups, particularly with the rig I've set up, squeals a lot, and
yeah,
it's like a fine line between getting it, to get the right amount of distortion I was looking for and the frequencies and the tones without making the thing squeal like a fucking bitch. And
okay.
active pickups just made it 100 times worse.
I'll show you what my thing is. How's this going to work? Take the power out. Hey, that's me box. Me head.
Oh, nice.
Only cheap, but yeah, it's 300-watt head. And it's three. I think it's a 320 box on it, quad box. So yeah, does all right. I would have preferred a PV, but
Probably can't quite see it there. The my shitty Marshall Valve State 2000.
Yeah,
It's got a whole bunch, like all the dials on it. I'd say most of them are fucking useless. It's got like 4 fucking channels on this thing, man, and it's got like his amp sim. Not an amp sim, a acoustic simulation, which is like one of the channels there, and it just sounds shit. Like it's utter garbage, and like it comes in at such a different volume that it's actually almost impossible to merge in with any of the other channels. The 2 overdrive channels, they kind of work if you like that kind of sound. I used to hire it out down at one of the studios I was rehearsing at years ago, as a way so that I didn't have to keep moving it to the rehearsal room every time. I just said, hey man, mind if I store this? You rent it out. Whatever you get it pays my storage fees. And I'm like,
okay,
cool. Sweet deal.
I got a Marshall stack.
Oh yeah. So I've got that running through a twin 12-inch Laney box, which is a bit hard to see shit that I got there. So it's a very unique sound. Like it's literally, I built everything out of bits I got from Cash Converters, man. So like everything's like, it's a real Bitzer job, and it's just years of tinkering and fucking around till I got the sound I wanted out of it all. But it's, and I tried doing shit like, what was it, the GE7, I think it is, a multi-effects board and stuff like that. And I'm just like, it just sounds digital. It's shit, As much as stomp boxes drive me nuts because you've got like all these links of chains and wires and shit going everywhere. And if something goes wrong, you're like, oh, which part fucking broke this time? And you're on stage fucking wiggling wires and fucking around trying to get everything to bloody work. Became a bit of a nightmare. But at the same time, the sound, it's worth the pain in the ass,
Well, we used to love using the heavy metal pedal, the death metal pedal, and the metal zone.
Yeah.
But that's, if you can say that.
Oh, you on the Yamaha?
Yeah, I've had this. Yeah. This thing's got everything in it. Drums. It's got other instruments and all that, so you can do step timing, step recording, and all that sort of crap.
Oh yeah.
So,
what's the sample time?
What's that?
How much sample time you got? Like 6 seconds, 20 seconds, 30 seconds?
Put it to whatever.
Yeah. Okay. So, because I noticed, like, like the old, I think it was is it in this one? Hang on a sec. And I'll need me bloody glasses. It's got a hold timing on it. Reverse. I think. Oh yeah, step. No, hang on. Might not be this version of the digital delay DD6. Actually, if I put it up there, I might be able to actually read it. Yeah, I know these things used to have like a 6-second step recorder in them too. Some of them did anyway.
Yeah. So with this, I could record into it. I could program into it.
It holds 5.2 seconds. Sorry, I just seen it then. So yeah.
Okay. This has delay and all that reverb, but I could actually record stuff into it, like drums and all that through. It's got drums in it, but it's MIDI programmable too. So yeah, could make your own songs and put them in it and play along with them and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, but good stuff. It's that acts as people call a wah pedal or whatever, that one, so you can set the timing of that and just push in and
is that like touch? Is it touch sensitive or is it like an on off sort of a thing?
Nah, that one's touch sensitive, so you could move it in a bit or So yeah, this was pretty good in the day. The other ones are just you hit on them and it flips over to whatever, but that one now, yeah. Or you could actually get a wah pedal and plug it in the back of it. So
yeah. Yeah, I went to buy one of those like old auto wah things years and years ago, and the old mate had done this, sales pitch on it, just in auto wah, you should try this and try that. I'm like, oh yeah, that's not too bad. I guess it saves me having to learn how to do it properly and all that. And as I said that, he's gone, I can't sell you this. Get a fucking real wah. Sorry, mate. I've just wasted your fucking time. Here's a real wah. Get a proper wah. Fucking, you need to learn it properly. Like his conscience got the best of him. And that was like one of those moments of time. Like, I actually triggered a moral response out of a salesman. Wow.
Not often that happens,
I can do that. Yeah, tell me about it. So that was interesting. Very interesting. But I've noticed a couple of comments here. Michael's looking a bit slim. It's Michael's brother, Steve Gray Griffith. It looks like people have given you a bit of an image there, my friend.
It's all right. My hair's not grey. It's it's just the shitty light and all that. The beard's grey. The beard's grey, that's for sure.
Rightio.
Yeah.
Alicia wants us to play something. Look, I've read a little bit further. I know where this is going. You don't have any idea how hard it's going to be to perform with time delay?
Can't be done. We've tried it with mates in America and all that. No, it can't be done.
It'd be even worse. Bad enough trying to get fucking, old mate from one door to the other to fucking marry it up. Just distance time delay is bad enough.
Well, we've tried it from pretty much the east coast of America. Another mate was in the west coast. I'm over here, and and another bloke in Shepparton. It doesn't work.
Nah. It has to be like laid it down, pre-recorded, send stims, you go fucking upload it at your end, add your bit, send it back. It's the only way it can be done. Like you just you cannot perform live in that manner. We do not have the technology available to us to do that. That's for sure. I mean, even here in this room, if you haven't got the latency setting on your fucking sound card right, it's a pain in the ass to play along with. It's one of those things, I think, unless you're a musician and you've actually performed in that manner, you don't get how bad it is. Like, I think one of the very early performances I did, the band called Forsaken Kingdom, and nobody knew anything. I was green as fuck. It was like the first big band I'd ever been in that was actually performing, and they'd hired out this fucking the Northcote Town Hall, which had flat back on it like you've never fucking believed. Hired out a hall to do it all themselves and all this. And I'm just this green kid who's just going to play some rhythm guitar and have a great time. I think I did the best on PR. I managed to get more people in there than anybody else did. I've always been good at selling my own band, probably because I believe in it. But there was this one point I drifted a little bit too far from my amp and the fallbacks. And all I could hear was fucking noise. And I'm like, oh, shit. I'm like, I totally lost time just from the slap back in the fucking room. You're like, which chord did I just play? I think I heard the one I played last week coming back off the wall. What the fuck? It was bad. It was real bad. I totally lost the show at that particular point. It felt like absolute shit, I was like, but,
part of being a musician, though, mate.
Sweet spot and going, oh, there it is, bang, and lesson learned about live performance and fucking, the importance of having good engineers around to make sure that the artist can fucking hear themselves.
Yeah. You wonder why they go through so much time with the sound check and all that. Yeah, you know
Jason,
why.
have a look at what Jason's saying here. Look at this. This is what we got to deal with here on this show.
Yeah, I saw that. That's nothing compared to the crowd that watch our show. My rules.
Oh, I can imagine. Even background music would be good about now. Valerie's not appreciating the conversation, perhaps. Our words are not interesting enough. Need some background music.
I got a fan going in the background, if that helps. I'm sweating from tea still, mate. Shit.
You got to have at least one fan, eh? It's important as a musician.
Yeah.
You know what? I didn't actually think of it, but there is a way. I've noticed here in the thingies, there is this little fucking background thing, background rock music. There you go.
Yeah.
Can't control. Oh, hang on. I think I can maybe just drop that volume a bit. How does that sound to your ears, brother?
It's just a little bit high. Yeah. You should have a car crash sound and drum sound and all this in the StreamYard.
Yeah.
Claps. Yeah. My mates. All my mates, they put in their own sounds and all that. It's like doing what's his name? Cocaine's one hell of a drug. They got all this sort of shit that they
Rick
got.
James, bitch.
Yeah, Rick James, bitch. Yeah, but Chappelle, yeah. So they've got all these sounds put in.
Season of Dave Chappelle. How good was that?
Brilliant. Yep, brilliant. Got it on video.
Bloody ice tray stuck to the freezer. Give me a second.
Yep.
Down to the basement. That was really bad. I don't have enough space to do it properly. Jesus fucking Christ. Things a man's got to do to get some fucking ice around here.
Sorry, Alicia. I'm into heavy metal. So yeah, not Red Hot Chili Peppers. I like Red Hot Chili Peppers, but the band, no thanks.
Not a Chili Peppers fan at all.
No, mate. No.
Oh, wow.
Don't forget, I've been listening to metal since the mid 80s, mate. Early 80s. So.
I've been listening to metal. Possibly not as long as you, but yeah. But I still like Chili Peppers, man.
Yeah, no. What year did they come out?
Would have been late 80s, I reckon.
Yeah. So that's probably when
Blood Sugar Sex Magic, I think it was about 91-ish, somewhere around there. That was probably their big one. Blood Sugar Sex Magic really set them off.
That was death metal time for me. So yeah.
I didn't mind, say, like Cancer. I think like that level of death metal wasn't
to the gory end. Yep.
But Cannibal Corpse, maybe some of the early Cannibal Corpse not so bad, but the modern stuff, I'm just like, for fuck's sake, all I can hear is and fucking and I'm like, yeah, cool, I get it. You say like Hammer Smashed Face, for instance. I like it when they fucking break down, a little bit, and you get that slow fucking groove going, and they start playing with some squealing harmonics and shit like that. I can deal with that, but when it's just I remember sitting there with I think it was Tomb of the Mutilated, and I'm reading the fucking lyrics, and I'm like, I've got the lyrics in front of me, and I'm lost with the I can't figure this out. Even with the lyrics, I can't figure out what's going on.
Yeah. That's funny because people used to go up to Obituary after the show and say, I'll sing along with you every word and all that. And the singer just used to shake his head. it's not lyrics as such. It's just an instrument. I may save
Yeah.
some words and all that, but it's no set out formula for what I'm saying for most of the songs. So
Yeah.
how could you be singing along with me?
Yeah.
This is a sort of plectrum I use.
Is that
Right.
nylon?
Yeah. Can you see the twist in it?
Oh yeah. What's that about? 5? What was it?
The
0.5
tips are
or
twisted.
0.7?
The tips are twisted on them. It's called a Ohio speed pick.
Okay.
So yeah, they're only
I've got-
tiny.
I got
They're only
100
tiny.
I got 100 fucking guitar picks here, but
I like them and Jazz
Right,
Freeze.
see these. You can't get these anymore.
The
You
Jazz
can barely make out
Dunlop.
the logo. JetX.
Okay.
Old JetX. They have not been around for about 20 years.
They-
I was driving through on our way. We were doing a gig out in Warrnambool, and we stopped in at fucking Colac on the way
Mhm.
through to the music shop there, because I like every music shop in Melbourne, I couldn't find the JetX anymore. I didn't realize they'd actually gone bust and they were done for.
Okay.
But I stopped in at Colac, and I thought, oh, there's a music shop. We're going through. I'm fucking checking it, and I stopped and I checked it, and they had a whole bunch of them. I bought every last fucking one they had.
Yep.
Yeah, so I walked out with a handful, and to this day, I still have my JetX
one.
fucking picks, man. No, I got a heap of them.
Okay. They just look the same as a Dunlop Jazz Free.
Oh shit, to a degree. But what makes them special? I don't know if you can see it, but you see that pattern on it?
Yeah.
It gives really good fucking grip. Like,
Okay.
I don't drop these. Like when your fingers on it, it doesn't fucking move.
Yeah.
You know, and it's they're 1 mil, and they're quite solid. You know.
Okay.
There is flex in them, but you know, I used to play both bass and guitar. I was playing bass in one band and guitar in another band when I was real young. Yeah, that's about.
You're
the
not
same.
twisting that thing. These are hard
Yeah.
as.
These have got just a little bit of flex, but I like a really stiff pick, you know, as opposed to say like one of these nylon ones, which have their effect and whatnot, but they bend like fuck, eh?
Yeah, they're crap. I never use them. They're too big for me for a start.
Yeah,
But yeah, no, I don't like something like that. I will drop. You know,
yeah,
the Ohio's won't drop. The Jazz Freeze I won't drop.
yeah.
But yeah, I palm mute a lot, so.
Yeah, I'll say it. But the best solution to dropping is one of these little babies. Where is it?
Okay, pick holder.
Yep. Saved me many a time. There's a black pick on a dark stage. It's amazingly hard to find.
Yeah.
After a couple of tips. So yeah, once I seen those, I'm like, fuck yeah, that's gold. Got to have, and just like see on this stand, you probably can't see it, but there's a clip-on drink holder.
Okay.
You know, I walked into, I think it was down in Ringwood. There's a music shop there, and can you see it now? No, that's not gonna work.
Nah.
Anyway, I've had cup holders on my fucking guitar stands forever. I used to use like, you know, those shitty ones that you get for camping chairs. Well, they just screw on the camping chair. I used to screw a couple of them on. Had a couple of Aussie flags sticking out of it to cover up how shitty it looked. You know, just so I had some drinks ready to rock while I was on stage. You know. And then I come across the proper metal ones, you know, and an old mate at the fucking, you know, shop. I go, oh man, I'm playing a band called Bogan Nation. I've been waiting for somebody to sell this. I need one. So an old mate's like, man, a band called Bogan Nation. Don't tell me you're buying just one. Yeah, you're right. I'll buy two.
Oh, so you never put your drinks on top of your amp?
I avoid it like the plague because, yeah. On
I
that
understand why.
It's got a big long fucking grill in it with fucking air slots to blow out all the air, you know. So you spill drink down there, it's fucked. So yeah, I don't. Nobody was allowed to put it on my amp. I might put it on someone else's.
Yeah, yeah.
Put it on mine. So I got a fucking drink holder. Plus, that's a long walk all the way back there. You need it right here. We've got a show to do here. Don't want to be wasting the poor audience's time with bullshit. We got to get straight into the sips.
Don't you feel sorry for the drummers? Skull.
No, drummers make my life so fucking hard.
Poor bastard.
Drummers were the death of Bogan Nation. I'll openly state drummers destroyed the band.
Okay.
Trying to find a drummer that could keep their shit together, their head on their shoulders. Like the first one was unfortunately a violent drunk. He had a fallout with. He drove the first bass player away, basically, but he was another angry drunk too. I'm a happy drunk, as you probably noticed. So it didn't really work out. Got really, they basically all removed themselves fundamentally. Okay. And then we got another drummer in, and he had other priorities, to put it lightly. And decided to ditch us at a point where we had multiple gigs booked and bouncing around Victoria. So it's like, wow, you couldn't have picked a worse time to be a dick about this. There's no need for it. We tolerated his I'll turn up when I feel like attitude for too long, and we'd had to have a few conversations about, man, look, do you want to be here or not? Like, you've cancelled 3 out of 4 rehearsals for the last 3 fucking months. Like, I don't want to be a dick, but the reality of the situation is we need a drummer who's here. Are you that guy? And I believe his girlfriend probably got in his ear more than anything, and manipulated that situation to be what it didn't need to be. As far as I was concerned, we gave him an easy out if he wanted it. He decided to make it a painful out, which really pissed me off. Then we got the third drummer in, and he blew smoke up our ass. And Bogan Nate's got a great fucking name around town. Love to be a part of the band, and just like everybody else, I guess I come across. Everybody wants to ride the wave, but nobody wants to paddle out.
Yeah.
To use a surfing sort of a term. And he seen the grass was greener on the other side and decided to hightail, and that was the end of the, E.T., our guitarist, who'd been, the only long-standing member since it started the fucking thing. And when he fucking threw in the towel, it kind of like, well, I guess that's the end of it,
So what year do you start, buddy?
In regards to
the band,
Bogan Nation specifically, I think it was about 2003. I think. Oh, shit, that was it. I know. Copy of the first. I just trashed the joint. It says 2012. So, oh yeah, maybe about 2006. I'm thinking somewhere around there. I think is where we kind of got started. And might have been a bit earlier. I gotta love people calling in the middle of a podcast. So anyway, I've completely neglected all these comments and whatnot. Where are we at? Sorry, I've missed all the others. So let's go here. Oh, Chook, how are you? I remember 3 drummers. Yes, there was 3 drummers. I see you were trying to call me. If that's your way of saying, hey, you want to jump on, brother, maybe you should shoot me an email. And, I know you, so you're going to need me to tell you. nqfreedomnetwork@protonmail.com. Shoot me an email and let me know. And I will shoot you a link. You're going to jump on, brother. Been a long time. Very old friend. Very, very old friend. So, anyway, what else have we got?
You like the background?
Nice. Don't tread on me. So, let's talk shop, man. Fucking, so the Black Album, obviously you've got an appreciation for it. You're a bit more of an old school metalhead than myself. You listened to it in the 80s, where, I was probably more in the 90s for me when I started really getting into it. What were your thoughts when the Black Album comes out? It's 1991. You know, thrash metal's the fucking thing. Metallica have fucking gone, you know what? We're going to do this arena rock thing, man. You know, and they've kind of dialed it down from a certain point of view, and they've gone for a whole new sound. What are your thoughts?
We were at my mate's, right, in Fairfield. He got it the day it come out. He played it. By the fifth song, I said, when is this fucking thing going to fucking sound like Metallica? And, yeah, never listen to it again.
Wow, but you've got Don't Tread on Me on the fucking wall.
Yeah, but that's for a different reason.
Okay. All right, Phil,
yeah.
Please help me understand.
Well, that's a Texas flag from fucking, like Moulin Love, Come Take If You Can. So it's called the Gadsden flag. So it's like,
I see.
It's like a fuck you.
Look at the comments, you bastard. Fuck you. Anyway, sorry, you were saying?
It's like a fuck you to any authority.
Yep.
So yeah,
I can appreciate that.
So yeah.
Jump on the podcast, dude, if you want to come on. I thought that's why you'd fucking calling, but now I realize you just wanted me to look at the fucking comments. Sorry.
Come on, Mark, jump in.
If you want to jump in, by all means.
Don't be a soft cop.
Email. Hey, just make peace and maybe the zucchini. You guys are still on about the zucchini. Fuck me. So many things could be said here. You know, I see. Well, you could be running comments, you know, and then Chook wouldn't have to fucking prank me for fuck's sake, Laura. What the fuck?
Yeah. So yeah, Metallica. Well, I also got Justice for All when it first came out, and I listened to, because it was two LPs in it. I listened to one side. I thought, stuff this. I also got Halloween, Keeper of the Seven Keys 1 and 2, and Exciter OTT the same day. And I listened to one side of the Justice for All. Thought, this is what's the matter with this? I didn't realise that there was no bass on it. Yep. So I just played the other three records first, and then went back to that and thought, yeah, something. So about
when you come across someone that says, "Oh, and Justice for All is my favourite album," do you just straight out tell them? Or do you fuck with them first?
Depends, mate. Depends, but yeah, can't you hear? It's missing an instrument.
I always fuck with them and get them on the hook, because you got to throw the bait out. Oh, really? You like that one? Do you want me to tell you? Tell me what? Look, I'm happy to tell you, but once I tell you, you'll never unhear what I've just said. And you'll never be able to appreciate that album the same way you have until this moment. Are you sure you want me to tell you? And most people will just, the curiosity eats them alive. And then I tell them, and they go home listening to it, and they come back and abuse me. I'm like, but I fucking told you. Are you sure?
Who's this?
Oh, that one. Yeah, that's Lars playing St. Anger.
Yeah.
Sound of a Lars snare drum. I remember going past fucking Billy Hyde's music and Bock Hill at one point there, and they, you know, Lars signature edition snare drum, not the one on St. Anger. Wow.
They wanted to sell it, obviously.
Yeah, that's where they couldn't get rid of it. They had to point out, it's not that one, please. Buy the fucking thing.
Yeah. See, they've got a residency in fucking Vegas these days.
Really?
Yeah, so they're just got a residence. I think it's 3 months or 6 months, and they're just playing in Vegas. So, yeah. It's pretty much the end of the road for them, I think.
They're dressing up in the fucking sparkly suits and playing Garage Days sort of shit. Like,
were
they advertising for their future, perhaps? I don't know.
Yeah, no, just saying that they've got a resident gig in Vegas, and yeah, something like 3 to 6 months, and thinking that's the end of them. Start drinking whiskey in a jarro, eh?
Yeah, Garage Days is pretty good. It's interesting. You said that just as I clicked on that comment. Isn't that cool? Well done, Steve. You probably posted that at 22:32. That was 2 minutes ago, but we got there. So
But
yeah,
don't
Garage
forget
Days. Obviously, the first
covers.
excuse me, yeah, the first 5 covers they did were fucking cool, and
Yep.
I remember having a copy of a copy of a copy of a copy. Given to me.
Bootleg.
Oh man, it was fucking bad. Like, it was almost indistinguishable, but it was Metallica, so you persevered through the horrific quality of recording, and it was amazing. Like, I did that to some people who didn't have access to it either, because it was such a rare find. That people were like scribing down the lyrics and singing it in their schools and coming back to me going, man, I was singing these lyrics to these people and they reckon it's fucking great. They had no idea I got it from Metallica's cover stuff. Oh fuck.
Yeah.
What shit people were doing. Funny as. But anyway. But again, I think I remember reading in a magazine, Marilyn Manson was commenting on that Garage Days CD that came out, where it had those and all the other B-sides, and they did a whole disc of new covers, and he wrote something to the fact, they were asked, what's the funniest thing you've heard all year? And he's gone, well, the funniest thing I'd heard all year was that Metallica did a Bob Seger song. But then I heard it and it wasn't funny anymore. They actually did a really good job.
Yeah.
So that was an interesting piece of history that stuck, because at the end of the day, you look at some of the songs they did on that Garage Days CD and you're like, I would never have thought that was a good idea for Metallica to do. But you hear them do it and fuck, man, I think they're a better cover band than they are a music band these days. Like, what I haven't really appreciated anything Metallica have done myself since Load and Reload. All the shit past that has just not been that crash hot, in my opinion. But Garage Days really showed how they could take, a song that you wouldn't normally listen to and make it fucking just gritty enough to be palatable to the metal community. Yep. What are your thoughts?
Well, as I said, the last thing I got of theirs was Justice for All on vinyl, and and plus that's me death metal stage. Then I went black metal, and so don't worry, I still listen to heavy metal and all this sort of stuff, but just certain bands and all that, certain things that I just went past. Like, you probably hate me for this, but Pantera. No.
Really?
Yep.
I don't hate you for it. I'm shocked, actually.
It's me death metal stage, so yeah. What am I going to listen to? Death metal or Pantera? No.
Wow, come on, Far Beyond Driven, and even Great Southern Trendkill had some death metal-like elements to it.
Don't forget, they started as a country and western band.
Yeah, I know. They grew up in Texas, man. Fucking what do you mean? Yeah. But fucking, again, that demonstrates how, you can evolve from one place to another and move things around. And again, as a muso, I hear where you're coming from. I mean, like I said, death metal was never my fucking favorite thing. And to me, there's a line, and there's certain death metal bands that cross it, you've now reached what I would call the cacophony, and not the band. Cacophony is band. Yeah. But, the concept, the actual word, the dictionary definition, it was just noise, Yeah,
but, look up Cacophony, people. Jason Becker and Marty Friedman. Yeah,
brilliant. Some amazing, especially if you like that. It had a great 80s sound to it, and obviously actual progression. Progressive concepts were cool back then, because progressive metal was one of the best things you'd fucking come across. Especially as a muso, you can really appreciate the quality of that guitar playing and riff structures and stuff that come out of things like Cacophony, and obviously commercial metal was a little bit more prominent in the way of things like glam metal, as Dave Mustaine called it, gay LA metal. He'd probably get bashed for saying that now. The LGABC would be up in arms and jumping up and down. But well, actually, there's an interesting concept. All right, let's talk about glam metal, and in particular, your Twisted Sisters, Poison, all these mob dressing up like a pack of dealers back in the day. What were your thoughts?
Can I just get to Steve's comment there? They never played Metallica on the radio in the 80s. Of course, because it was underground, considered underground back then, and that was no commercial. They weren't going to make money off of it
I didn't
back
see
in the
that
80s.
comment. Yeah, good. I'm glad you addressed that. Yeah, well, that's the thing, you know. Well, back in the day, they also had that. We're not going to. All right, cool. Back in the 80s, there wasn't that much of a. For Metallica in particular, didn't really want to do the film clip thing. It wasn't until Cliff passed, and again, there's your And Justice for All sort of thing, you know, where they did the Metallica 1 videos, and they didn't just do one, they did one of one, and there was multiple versions and all this sort of shit.
Yeah,
They knew how to cash in on one fucking song, that's for sure. But you know, some people consider that's all they sold out, you know, but said they sold out a lot of stadiums too.
yeah, my hope they did. But you say glam metal. I don't mind glam metal. I'll still listen to it occasionally, and I'll tell you what, I have Poison on vinyl. I have Twisted Sister on vinyl.
Man, I got Open Up and Say Ah from a little op shop. I can't even remember where it was, somewhere in Victoria. There's a little old lady, so fucking there behind the counter. I found Open Up and Say Ah. It was 50 cents. 50 fucking cents for a copy of Open Up and Say Ah or an LP, you know, and I've dropped it at the counter, and she's going, oh, geez, that looks a bit scary. I'm like, oh, you should try listening to it.
I've even got a Striper record, mate. Fuck. I got To Hell with the Devil back in, 86 or something like that. My mum saw it and goes, what's this? And, you know, freaked out over it. And I thought, if only they're supposed to be Christian metal back then. And I didn't know they were Christian metal, but yeah.
Yeah, I come across Christian metal. Actually, brother man Chook will fucking attest to this. You know, some of the halfway house places we used to hang out. There was, you know, Belinda loves Pantera. I hope I don't break anyone's hearts, but I actually got to see them on several occasions. Twice, in fact, I got to see Pantera, so it's really good. But once when they were good and once when they weren't good, but that's another story. But anyway, the Christian metal thing, I didn't even realize that was a fucking thing, you know? I remember we went into this fucking music shop down in Forest Hill. It was a Christian music shop. We're all dressed up to the nines, metal as fuck. We thought, hey, how funny would it be? We're not going to do anything. We're not being dicks. We're just going to walk in there dressed up like we are and see what they say. You know, we'll be friendly and polite. You know, we're not looking to start a fight. It was just a more of a, what would the Christians do when you walk in with a Deicide t-shirt and all the rest on it? And for those who don't realize, Deicide means kill God. You know?
That's all things holy. Yeah,
it's got to be fucking hilarious. You know, we walk in there, and the joke, I guess, was a bit on us because they say, "Oh, anybody wearing a Deicide t-shirt needs to be down here in the Christian death metal section." I'm like, "Fucking what? Christian death metal? How does that make fucking sense?" Like, oh.
So you never heard of
an Israeli band called Gas the Jews or something? It's just not working for me here.
So you never heard of the Melbourne band Mortification?
Yeah, I think I actually have an LP. No, sorry, that's Mortal Sin. Mortal Sin.
Yeah, they're Sydney. Mortification, the Melbourne band, they used to play at the death metal gigs in Melbourne back in 90, 92 or whatever. So they used to play gigs when Necrotomy had played, a Bremelin, who back were Archon, then changed their name to Bremelin. Yeah, we used to hang shit on them. Something they were good musicians, but just because what they stood for was just thing. You're in the wrong industry if you're into death metal and you're playing. No one here wants to. Yeah, church is on the Sunday. This is Friday night.
I love God. God is good. Yeah, and that was literally the kind of stuff that I heard from fucking Christian death metal. I'm like, wow, this is very interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah, Mortification, they were a good band, good sound and all that, but it just wasn't. Going to a gig, you just knew they were going to get shit hung on.
Yeah. It's resilient. They're obviously quite resilient. I agree, but White Snake is fucking awesome. What do you think?
Yeah, I've got Come and Get It, I've got 1987. I've got Slide It In. So yeah, I've got
Slip
early.
tongue. Slip at the tongue.
No, Slide It In.
Slide it in.
Slide It In and Come and Get It with
Judgment Day on it.
what?
The song Judgment Day. What album's that off?
Not sure.
That's fine. Slip of the tongue. I'm not saying Slide It In isn't a fucking album. I'm gonna have to look that up.
Yeah. Can you give us 1 second?
Yeah, for sure, man.
I'll be back in 1 second, mate.
Well, I guess it's a good opportunity to bring T2Q2Q. How are you, brother?
Hi, good. Thanks, Betty. Yeah, just I don't have much to say. Just yeah, awesome to see your shows and just the massive mess in this world, in this country, especially. Just I can't believe it. It makes my blood boil, and I just can't believe. I'm not like kind of the person that would speak publicly, but you know, I just can't believe the massive fuckery in this country, especially around the world. But come on, look at that effing Wong mutt. I mean, God, it's just weird, and I don't know how people allow this to happen. It's just gut wrenching, you know.
Oh, I wholeheartedly agree with you, and I hear you, brother. And and man, your statement there that you're not normally the person to come on and do this thing, but you took that bravery pill and you did that. Fucking kudos to you, man. Fucking well done.
Oh, thanks.
Thanks,
you too.
That's a big thing to conquer. As somebody who's gone out and performed on stage in front of various groups of people, like whether you're playing a 1 or a few thousand, it's still not easy. Every time you go out there, you've got to suck it up and do it. So well done for you doing that, and you should be a shining example to everybody else out there as well. So I hope I haven't made you emotional or anything, but I really wanted to acknowledge that's an amazing thing.
No, that's fine. No, sips to you too. No, you've seen me in the chat here and there, and just it's good to see you be able to see me as a real person, And
yeah, definitely.
And I'm not some kind of fake freak that talks shit. I actually do kind of try and make the truth come out. Like, it's not easy, but you got to try and push it. And it's not easy because most people are sort of like brainwashed so bad that they reject the truth.
Yeah,
and they've got to look a bit deeper and open up their minds and open up their eyes. There is a lot more to it. It's hard to try and get people to see it, but it's there. If I can see it, I'm not the sharpest knife in the book, and if I can find it, anyone can find it. I'm not smart, but really. Yeah. So,
look, man, you're smart enough to see, and that's one of the things I certainly noticed about the COVID 1984 situation was that what we might have considered intelligence in the past certainly wasn't intelligence when it come down to the crux of it, because there were so many people that I thought were intelligent went along with the shit, and there are other people who I would have thought, truth, this guy's, it's amazing he can actually be able to pull the sheets off and get out of bed in the morning. He's that daft, but they knew not to take the poison, so like, I mean, you got to wonder, what is intelligence really? How do you define that? And I don't think you can define it with an IQ test, that's for sure. I've certainly observed that they test for things that they think of, but there's a lot of things they don't seem to think of. There's certain elements of I believe intelligence that aren't testable, so to speak, in a especially when you're writing things down or even in a spoken word. There's a realm of intelligence that exists outside of what our system and our structure of society is able to test for. But I think COVID 1984 certainly demonstrated who really is intelligent, because the base principle, as I learned from Scientology, of all life is survival. And if you're willing to walk into a fucking suicide booth and get shot up with God knows fucking what, then I can't see that your PhD is proven intelligence.
Exactly.
What are your thoughts?
Exactly. Like, I was never going to believe anything they said. All this garbage that they said like they were pushing it so hard that like, and I tried to tell people at work like it's complete garbage, and they just looked at me sideways, and I'm just like, hello. I mean, how can I see it but they can't see it? And I'm like, what am I living in? And I'm like, I'm trying to tell them, and they're just, and I that's when it shocked me the most. I couldn't believe people just couldn't see. You know, they just blindly followed everything. And I was trying to tell people, and you know, and yeah, just tried to tell people. And you know, I was looking after myself and my girlfriend, and luckily my girlfriend, she noticed the way I explained it to her, and she didn't fall for it. And I just tried to tell people, but they didn't see anything I said as the truth. They just believed the lie with no evidence. And like, why believe the lie with no evidence, but then reject all the truth with no evidence? You know, and ask for a mountain of evidence, if you get what I mean.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just all messed up. And they, yeah. I'm probably missing part of your points of what you asked, but they want a mountain of evidence, like for any bit of truth you tell them, but then they believe the fake media with zero evidence at the drop of a hat.
Because it's a cult.
Yeah, and most of them are NPCs, I reckon.
Well, you know, I've had this debate with a few people, and you know, in the next week or so, or possibly more, I've got a very good friend of mine who I bounce ideas off a lot, who's going to come on, and we're going to hopefully explore that idea a little bit. But you know. Yeah, and the idea is, can you, if you know, the idea of an NPC, you know, it makes sense when you're playing a video game, you know, Sims or fucking, you know, Battlefield 1984. You don't need to feel too bad about shooting all them, you know, Germans and Japanese people, you know, when they're just NPCs, it's okay. But have you ever seen the movie Free Guy? With
no, I haven't seen
that
one.
Deadpool. Fucking check that out. That'll twist your idea of the NPC, you know. And again, I think that sort of grabs like okay. I mean, personally, I can't see a life form existing without some kind of connection to the universe, you know. Even in an inanimate construct, you know, like a rock has an organic element, and even a synthetic life form is born out of organic elements in some way, shape, or form. You know, you've had to take, you know, minerals which may have come from a dead star, ejected out through space, crash landed in a meteorite, and became the iron on this fucking planet. And we take that's existed in multiple different fucking solar systems and now died here, and we're going to remold it into something different. We're going to turn it into a fucking robot, call it Arnold Schwarzenegger, and send it on a Terminator mission. You know, does that make it soulless? I don't know. I mean, you know, what is, you know, fundamentally everything's energy. You know, and according to fundamental science, energy never dies; it just transforms. It just moves from one thing to the other. It's infinite. You know, so therefore, the universe to me must also be infinite because of that basic scientific principle. But that's just my point of view. But you know, again, can bring it back into this NPC concept. Can you be an inanimate object with no soul, or perhaps what if? You know, it's, well, you've spent millennia being energy as a rock, and then you become energy as a tree, and then you become energy as another form of advanced life until we finally get into, you know, insects, reptiles. You know, I don't want to, you know, pick orders and offend certain alien species that may be watching. Just to throw the joke in there. But also adding the state of potential realism at the same time, because you don't fucking know. You know, there could be an insectoid watching this taking offense at this particular moment, for instance. You know, what is the base life form of intelligence? Who fucking knows? But, you know, if we're going through this, you know, evolutionary state of energy, you know, you finally reached human, but, you know, let's say what we consider to be human is, you know, in varying forms. Those who just got here and those who are about to fuck off because we've had a gutful, for instance. You know, maybe some of us are just like, yeah, we're just so fucking done here because you mob, just you don't get it. Time for us to move on. Maybe that's where we're at. Long story
Yeah,
short.
well, exactly. I mean, there is a lot of truth to what you said, I reckon, based on what I've figured out. I think, like when I said I'd take that Slayer CD on the mothership.
I remember that.
I'm still going to do
I
that,
reckon
by the
it's a great
way.
idea. Yeah, we're gonna share our culture. Speaking of which, you
exactly.
better bring DJ back in too. Sorry guys, there you go, man. He's back.
Yeah, well, so like, you've got to look at that guy. Well, I sent that video to you, and he tells you how those NPCs are made. He tells you how those NPCs are made. They are sacrificed.
I couldn't figure out
people.
a way to fucking download that video, but I need to go back and watch it. Sorry. Yeah, cool.
Okay, they sacrifice people, like not just like children. They sacrifice people, humans, adults, and what they do is they take out. They've showed you in films. They show it in movies. They take out their consciousness and put it onto a hard drive, and then they bloody clone that human, and then put their consciousness back on there, and they throw the thing back out there to keep on earning tax for them, and they've got no soul in them, and that's how the NPCs are made.
Okay.
It's fucked up.
Oh, I'm not saying it's not possible. Certainly not
Yeah.
saying it's not possible. You know, look, at the end of the day, when it comes down, again, you know, what is consciousness? Is consciousness just a series of memories?
We can't die. The thing is, we can't die, but we've been made to think we can die.
So, like David Icke
What's the
says
fear
about
of death?
conscience. Like David Icke says about conscience. We're all one conscience.
Exactly.
Well, fundamentally, we're, you know, from some points of view, we're all a fraction of. I much as I hate the word, but I'll use it because it makes everybody else understand what I'm saying. A fraction of the God consciousness. If that is so, then we're basically God having a schizophrenic moment, sitting around talking to each other. Okay? And ultimately, for God to return, he needs to absolve all these split personality disorders and reunite them into one.
What was the song, Betty?
Shit, oh, I'm getting scared, brother. What's that? White Snake, was it?
Yeah, they just slide it in.
I'm thinking Slip of the Tongue is definitely a White Snake album. I don't know, slide it in, but this is Slip of the Tongue. Oh,
Okay.
That's right. They did a 20th anniversary issue. That's the one with Judgment Day on it.
Okay. This
I
got
got that again. I got it in Cash Converters on cassette for 50 cents.
Yeah, well,
50 cents in Cash Converters, Forest Hill. Before, you know, when Forest Hill was out in the Cash Converters was out in the street there, going a long way back, probably 30 fucking years, if not more. I wagged school actually to go down to Cash Converters and buy some new music.
from 1980. And
Cheers, Betty.
Sips, brother. Good to put a face to the name.
Definitely. Same. Yeah.
And for those who don't know, somebody did actually ask before, who's this guy? This is T2Q2, who usually lobs up on the Rumble channel.
Rumble.
So.
Yep. I can't get it out. It's fucking case.
Oh, it's stuck in the plastic. No. Oh, you have to be ginger with that one, man. Yeah, you got to get like, I don't know. I don't even want to make a recommendation in case I make it wrong. Yeah,
I'll get it out.
Actually, another thing I heard that we should probably from other muso friends, particularly if you've got like 60s and 70s LPs more than anything. You know those like little plastic dust jackets you got on the inside. You put the record in and then slide it in.
Yeah.
No, not the outside one, the inside one.
Yeah. I've got heaps of money up.
Yeah, check them, dude. Like keep an eye on them regularly because some of them are starting to degrade and leave plastic particles in the grooves of the fucking records that can fuck your records up, man.
Remember that joint?
Oh, is that Ringwood?
Central Station. There used to be one in Ringwood and there was one Melbourne.
Yeah.
Prahran and Melbourne.
Brand. Yeah.
Yeah.
right. Yeah, I've been there that was a long time ago.
Yeah, that's how fucking old this thing is.
Wow.
But yeah, we've got we brought a whole box of the record inlays, so you can actually buy them in 50 or 100.
Oh yeah, buy new ones.
Yeah,
Probably
new inner
I've got a
sleeves.
whole bunch. I probably did need them. But yeah, like the old ones, I've heard a lot of people saying they've been degrading and fucking things up, man. So yeah, anybody out there who's got old records, make sure you go through them, make sure those fucking inner sleeve dust jackets aren't degrading and fucking up your prized collection.
They're in with all the records, all our ones. Otherwise, I'll show you. But yeah, you can buy them in 50 or 100.
Steve's asking for Jason to join the show now. So Jason, you better. And what, man? The invitation. Hey, Steve, you can do it too. Put your money where your mouth is, brother. The invitation is there. This is party night. We are not. I'm not giving a fuck today. So I'm responding to those who have sent me an email saying, you know what, I want to be part of the party. I've got the testicular fortitude to put my face to my name.
Are you home alone, buddy?
No. I am not. But
you've just been given a full night off.
Well, it depends on how you look at it. I'm just a random element of chaos existing in this realm, and I'm doing my thing.
Me too. I tried to get on here for ages, and I couldn't get on, and I thought the show was over.
Oh, really?
Yeah. How long have you been on here?
1 hour and 29 and 23.
Yeah, I think I went to the wrong link in the first place. I went to the second link that you sent. Then I realized that you sent a link.
Oh, you must have clicked the one from like 2 weeks ago or something. When I said, "Here, man, you can jump on." Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Nah, cool. All good. Yeah, that's probably where you had problems, because usually it's not that hard. I haven't come across it for a little while now, but when I first started using StreamYard, like people who are using Apple devices had a lot of trouble. So, but I haven't encountered that in quite some time. So obviously they've solved that problem.
I was too much in a rush, I think.
So whenever I don't use Apple, but every time my mate sends me our link for our StreamYard for our show, I get up, Apple has stopped working. I'm thinking, how does Apple stop working on Windows 7?
Somebody ate the cunt, obviously. They finished the Apple off.
I love Windows 7. Fuck yeah, bring that back.
Yeah, well, I've refused to upgrade it.
I loved Windows XP until I had to go back to work for WinTV 15 years after it had been discontinued, and found they were still using it. And I'm like, oh, fuck, I had such beautiful fond memories of XP, but WinTV fucked it by being a bunch of tight ass fucking mob. Like seriously, they never turned the computers off, because if they did, they wouldn't start.
Yeah.
The last time, I think it was like a year before I'd gotten there, they turned the fucking computers off, and they were so fucking old that all the bloody capacitors shrank down and fucked up. They had to pull capacitors out and re-weld them into the motherboard, because you can't get those fucking parts anymore. So they actually had to replace components on the motherboard and then never turn the fucking thing off again. It's like, wow, that's a dedication to tight ass that I'd never seen before. I'm like, wow, I thought I was working for the mainstream. I thought I was walking in to professionalism and clean gear and things working. Nah. He was like working for some backyard fucking hobo, keeping everything together with the Bush mechanics.
I was happy when I got this laptop, because it come with a Windows 7 installed, and it come with a Windows 10 disc, and that Windows 10 disc is still in the box that I fucking got the thing with.
I don't say I blame you. The amount of shit I had to learn and read just to get past Windows 10 and 11's fucking spyware shit, go in there and change codes and rewrite this and rewrite that. And, it's a fucking nightmare. And it is bullshit that you have to do that. It's bullshit that you have to go in there and fix somebody else's fucking multi-billion-dollar fucking software. Like, what? Why am I, some bloke with a fucking year 12 education, fixing your shit software? What the fuck?
Mate, ever think that it was made to be like that, buddy?
Yeah, I reckon. You know, just like the legal system, and as we discussed earlier with Cass, you know, like, wow, they've made a system so complex that you go to fucking university for 14 years to learn tax law, come out the end of it, still don't know how to do it.
The people that wrote
And
the
in 2
tax
years,
law
they'll
don't
change
know.
it all, it won't matter. What the fuck? Like, you spend your entire life constantly in university learning tax law, and you'll never be done.
Yep.
It's an endless fucking nightmare. It's bullshit.
Yep.
Exactly. I never bought a single copy of Windows. I always cracked it. I always like downloaded it on a torrent site and just cracked it and then used it. And then if they didn't like it or they said it was not like activated, I'd just activate it again or just trash the system and reinstall it and activate it again. I never bought a single copy of Windows. Never gave a single cent to dirty rotten Microsoft and his Microsoft.
Yeah, and it's not that hard. It's not that hard, you know.
Nah.
It's definitely
If I can do
soft.
it, anyone can. Yeah.
It's not hard. It's soft.
It's soft. Yep.
It's software.
Oh shit.
Oh, I'm expecting all the Pink Bits commentary to come back at this point.
Fucking funny. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
No one's got the balls, have they, to come on?
no.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
come on.
funny.
No small balls here, says Steve. Done my share, bro, for years, man. Oh, wow. Interesting. You speak and comments just happen to be perfectly aligned before I even clicked on them. Love your work. Love your work. Steve says he's got no small balls. He's just done his share, he says.
I thought Jason coming on. I thought wasn't.
Well, let's
Steve,
reach out.
come on. Prove it.
Still no one else. Still no one else.
Yeah,
Go on,
Betty.
Jay. They're coaxing each other now. This is good. The comment section. Come on, let's watch them for a bit. Adrian says, "Sorry, burning shit." Is that your way of saying you've got some incense going, brother? Laura, oh, most definitely. Someone.
That's fucking funny.
Me.
That's fucking funny.
Well
Yeah.
done, Brendan. Yeah.
You mentioned the chicken farm, Betty. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because-
Tell us about the chicken farm. What's got you so enticed about working on a chicken farm? Because I mean, and before you start, I want to sell the picture that I have in my mind. You know, whilst driving trucks, I did a delivery out to a farm in Bumfuck up here in Townsville, and by Bumfuck I mean like 20 minutes down the road, long fucking way away. And out there in the middle of Bumfuck, I found this bloody large property. Get out there, and it was really full on to see what I was seeing. It was not a free range. It was a chicken shed fucking scenario. The fans, pumping this horrific smell out. The sop of chicken shit being fed out into these fucking lakes of chicken shit. Like, that's all it is. It is a lake of chicken shit. It's disgraceful, piles of shit left all over the place, from previous reconstruction. They're not like shit like building materials, or I should be specific, piles of building materials and excess bits of, shed and things just dumped all over the joint, as you see, a lot of dumping sort of stuff on rural sort of properties. So it's too expensive to pick it up and move it. Well, we've got some space, just shove it over there. She'll be right. Loaded with fucking snakes and God knows bloody what. But anyway, I was just, wow, I will never buy a caged product again.
Yeah.
Go.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. Well, like I can imagine. I haven't seen much in my life, but I've only done this for like 2.5 years, and I just grow the chickens until they reach their laying age, and then they get taken. But the tiny little chickens like this big,
yeah.
When they come to the shed, and I just have to look after them. I have to set up all the shed and all that, and then raise them until they get to their laying age, which is when they're big brown pricks, big brown, and and just it's just hard because you got to rely on people to come and clean the sheds out, which I'm having a hard time at the moment doing, which is they're not getting back to me, and they're supposed to clean a shed out I've got here now. I live on the farm here right now, and
Yeah.
the idiots are not getting back to me, and I've asked them for 3 weeks, and they haven't got back to me. But yeah, I have to set the sheds up myself, and I have to get like the shed pressure washed. Well, I'm supposed to do it myself, and then I'm supposed to get new sawdust ordered in, and then I've got to set the shed up for the new baby chickens, and I've got to get the curtain set up, the big curtain to lock the heat into that area of the shed where the new baby chickens are going to go. It's got to be 33 degrees to 35 degrees when the chickens get there, and then I've got to unload 18,000 chickens myself.
Wow.
Which is
A lot of
insane
heat.
because 33 degree heat for us is not great. You know, when you're moving fast and
Yeah.
it's mad. But then once the chickens are in there, it's okay. You know, you can look after them and that, and then you just do everything, and you just change their surroundings as they grow and all that. And it's been an experience, but it's really good because I don't have to deal with people. I don't have to deal with people, and that's the big.
So dealing with chickens and the shocking stench of chicken shit is better than dealing with the human race.
I could, could understand that.
1000%.
I feel you, man. I feel you. Like, admittedly, that memory of the stench being propelled from the sheds and the chicken shit. Yeah.
It's not that bad with laying chickens, you know. I'm only growing laying chickens, and they're not, you know, they're not like broilers.
They're not in sheds, are they? They're
they're in sheds. They're in sheds, only in sheds. But I can see it's been a free range farm here in the past, but they're just in the sheds here. And no, it doesn't. I mean, it stinks, but you know, not as bad as it could be because broilers, the meat chickens, they stink way worse apparently. But I'm still new to this, you know. But laying chickens, they're not that big. They're still light and they jump around a lot. They're very flighty, runny. They're very like jump around a lot, and they don't shit a hell of a lot, you know. And so the smell's not that bad. And I've heard the broilers are a lot worse. Yeah. But like I said, I'm still new to this kind of. I've only been done it for 2.5 years, so you know.
I usually find I get a gauge on things pretty quickly, you know, say, 2 to 3 months, whether I can tolerate this or not, you know. Actually, that said, I have done jobs for up to 1 day.
Yeah.
You know, where you can shove that right up your ass.
Oh,
And
yeah.
there are other jobs I did for 3 days, which resulted in the same response. You can shove that right up your ass.
Oh, fuck yes. Yeah. No, I love this. Seriously, I love this. It's really awesome. I'm standing there on my phone, right, in the shed with the chickens. I'm standing there on my phone looking at something that I've got to do. And I look down and this chicken is like looking up at me, waiting for me to notice it. Like, I've got a little friend right there and I give it a pat, and it's just, it's really awesome. Like, you get little friends throughout the shed, and these little toe rags are just like looking up there, it's like all the others run away, but there's one that stands there and looks at you and is waiting for a pat. I give it a pat, little bastard. It's so funny, you know. It's really awesome in that way. Just really funny little buggers. And you know,
how long do you spend with them before you've got to ship them off to their inevitable demise?
15 to 16 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah.
And do you
Till
find
they turn
yourself
from
getting attached to them at any point? Like, it's one of those things, I was always told, particularly by the old school generation who, raised and slaughtered their own animals, you don't make friends with food.
Yeah.
You express an emotional attachment there. Do you have trouble with that? Letting them go?
I do. I really love them because you have to love them to be able to get them to sort of like, you have to love them to care for them enough to, to give them that love to get them to grow. You've got to give them that love, and I think I've done that, and I've grown so many good batches, and I think that's part of it. And I think that I do get attached, but then you've got to let go of that because you've got to hear them crying for their lives when they've been picked up by these evil pricks at the end of their life. When they get taken from the shed, these people grab them, 6 in each hand, and you can hear the chickens crying, and it does not sound good. It sounds horrible to me, and I just have to block it out. It's horrible, but it's part of the job. You just have to block it out. It's sad, but it hurts me inside because I care on a level that most just don't.
Yeah. And I can imagine it'd be quite shocking for the animal going, "Hey, we've had a great life until now."
Exactly, and they've been left to be free in that shed and jump around like dickheads, and and have their fun and all that, and then but you're told you just got to go with the system. You just got to go with the system because everyone else is, and you can't just say anything that's outside of the system because you'll get called an asshole. You'll get called a fucking retard. You get called this. You get called that. If you call out the system, you get called a retard or a effing this, that, the other. They just call you crazy. If you call out the system, that's the end of the day.
I don't disagree with you. I'd be struggling to be in your position myself, my friend.
It's hard, man. It's hard.
It's a dirty job, but someone's got to do it because fucking people, they don't have nothing to eat then. But, you shouldn't be doing this. Do you eat fucking chooks?
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
Yep.
Well, that's it. I commend your work, and I only hope that I get to eat a chicken that you've given your love to. And I think the fact that you put it in that sense, that you've got to share your energy with them to get them to do what you need to get done. It's a double. It's a point of duality. One, hey, this is awesome. Old mates put this energy in there, and 2 is the heartbreak, of the inevitable demise. So that's full on, man. And I only hope that I get your good energy the next time I eat a chicken.
Well, but T2, I know it wasn't one of your chooks that I put in the fucking butter chook tonight.
You had butter chicken too. We had that for dinner as well. Hey, fuck me, DJ Knucklehead. Fuck me, dead. Good old ass.
Yeah, pretty much once a week we have it, and it's normally a Friday because it's easy to cook. Well, I can chat in the chat on this show and listen to the show. So Friday nights become butter chicken night.
Butter chicken night.
Thanks to you, buddy. Thanks to you, mate.
Oh, well, tips to you, brother. Man, I'm still spinning out on the amount of just strange coincidences that happen around you, man. Like we both had butter chicken. Every time you say something, somebody's got a bloody comment that seems to go along with it. That's some fucking cool energy, my friend. So sips to you.
Skull.
Sips to you both.
And you,
T2.
I believe we got another guest that's seeking a desire to come on. I need to send old mate here a request.
The chickens don't grow. I only grow the chickens to laying age. Yeah. So they only lay eggs after I am finished with them here. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think I already said that, but
you did. You did, but
no, all good, Brad. All good.
So, what feral animals you got that you got to worry about there, T2?
Just the chickens. I've got some sheep on the farm that run around.
What feral animals you got to worry about?
Oh, I've got foxes that they eat chickens.
No pigs.
Not that I've seen yet. Just foxes. I see them on the night vision camera.
Yeah. You north or south?
I'm in Murdoch, Victoria.
You're Victorian. Wow. Sorry, I thought you were Kiwi.
No. I'm near Frankston, Murdoch, Victoria. Mooroouduc.
Okay.
It's a strange name. Not far from Frankston, and is
that more towards the peninsula or further up the coast?
Yeah, near Mornington Peninsula. Yeah.
So Franger, you're from Franger.
There's another mate. I've got a friend of mine out that way too.
Oh, true. Yeah.
He was here before. If he's paying attention, maybe Mob can hook up, have a yarn.
I'm about
Oh, yeah.
50k away from you, mate. I'm Westie scum, so yeah, I'm Werribee area.
Oh, Werribee, yeah.
Yeah.
I know the one. Yeah. That's awesome.
Shit farm, mate. The shit farm.
You're on the other side of the bay.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. That's why I like saying to people, you're full of more shit than a Werribee duck.
Yeah.
That's fucking funny. Yeah.
Mate, you must be doing well, because I swear to God, I couldn't get anywhere near fucking Werribee. Like, even going Hoppers Crossing and shit, the wind flows from the wrong direction. Oh God, I'm getting the fuck.
It's not the shit. It's not the shit farm though, Batty. It's the seaweed.
The seaweed.
Yeah,
I
it's
know
normally
the seaweed. Like when you're down at Anglesea, or not Anglesea, fucking bloody Altona and shit like
Altona.
that. The
Yeah,
fucking seaweed from Altona is fucking horrific. But
Yeah,
it doesn't
yeah.
smell anything quite like fucking Werribee's. Like, fuck, man.
No,
Especially
nah.
in Hop Crossing when the wind is coming along, I'm like, fuck, me.
Yeah, but the thing is, I'll tell you, I'm in Hoppers. So the shit farm is fucking like 20 kilometres that way. Altona's that way. And the wind is normally coming that way when you smell the
I
shit.
reckon it's the stench of Altona as opposed to shit farm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
But the shit farm, you can go on to the actual fucking Border Jerks, what it used to be called. Not sure what the shit's called now. But you can't smell it. No matter what way the wind's blowing, you can't smell it because it goes through so many fucking filtration things. That's another thing. How the fuck could they test for fucking cocaine or fucking Wu flu or any of this shit and find anything with that? Remember, they use a PCR, which is a bullshit fucking test. It's not a test. It's a fucking, We'll times it by 40 times, which is a magnification about 2.5 billion or whatever. Yeah, we found this party. We found uranium. Fuck.
Yeah.
Someone's been eating and shitting uranium down here.
Yeah, old mate, shit, what's his fucking name? I've got his book. I've gone fucking blank. But the old mate who come up with the bloody thing in the first place. So hang on, Clark's waking, waving his hand. G'day, Clark. Maybe you can tell us what's the name. And Jake Sawyer's here too. Hello, guys. Let's bring everybody in.
No, fellas.
Yes, what's the old mate's name?
I can't remember either.
Here, I was reaching out for a bloody lifeline. Got nothing. Anyway.
Hey, guys.
Carrie Mullis. There you go. Carrie Mullis.
Yeah, Carrie Mullis.
That invented the PCR test.
To be able to test for things and have a look and see what it is. It's not a fucking test to tell you if you're sick. And what he said himself was what's really fascinating about it is that if you look hard enough, you can find anything in
anything.
It brings in the whole Buddhist concept of the fact that we are all of the same stuff. And that's the really full-on thing that they've obviously taken and run with, because the majority of the human race has no concept of such obviously complex concepts that, a year 12 student can figure out.
He actually said it should not be used for a test.
Exactly.
Yep.
To find anything at all.
Yes. Because as I said, you can find plutonium or uranium or fucking anything in anyone with that shit. Just program what you're looking for, times it by fucking 4.5 fucking billion or whatever it is, and bang.
Cycles.
Found it.
Yeah.
You can find fucking COVID in a fucking orange.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Or oil, or a fucking Patagonian, or fucking.
It's a virus so deadly that oranges have got it.
Exactly. Remember,
yeah.
You remember that one, Betty?
I caught it this week.
I'm amazed they haven't banned oranges and potatoes and all this because they all have nicotine in them.
Yeah.
Yeah. 100%. Exactly right. Yep.
Fucking the amount of shit they've talked, and people believe it all.
I regret giving up smoking cigarettes 6 months ago.
You could just get the nicotine gum. You know, I
I'll have one
Yeah, I
for
mean,
you.
looking at it the other
gum
day,
and
and I
everything
thought,
like
you know
that.
what?
You know,
Maybe we should just get nicotine gum because I only want the nicotine. I don't want,
Mm.
big farmers 600 fucking plus chemicals that they put in there to make me sick, so they'll buy pharmaceutical products. I just want that
Yeah,
nicotine
yeah.
element. And again,
Patches.
like any wonder growing tobacco is illegal because you might actually make a strain of it that's not full of shit.
Yeah.
And
True.
remember, you should only buy tobacco that gives to the government. Okay?
Oh, of
Nice.
course.
Nice.
Go like your sports team.
I get 200 grams for $80. 200 grams of tobacco.
Yeah.
For $80.
Fuck,
Luckily.
fuck the government.
You don't want to advertise that too much. They raided Townsville and shut everyone fucking down up here. And there's a few people I know that might even be watching that would be like, what the fuck? I had to drive fucking 20 minutes out of town, which is the other end of the universe for Townsvillians, by the way.
Wasn't it the ATO stopped? What was it? They stopped recording how much loss in tobacco revenue they had only recently because it was there was just so much black market tobacco stuff. Like they wouldn't release how much they've lost in revenue in tobacco taxes.
Of
Of course
course
not,
not.
Yeah,
because
of
that
course.
would show you how much you're being robbed.
Of
I don't
course,
think it's
of
anything
course.
about.
Yeah.
I don't think it's got anything to do about how much they lost. It's how much you would have lost. That's what.
Yeah,
they
that's
don't
fair
want.
enough. Yeah, that's fair enough.
Especially like what we've seen recently that the Australian government makes 10 or 5 or 6 times more money out of robbing you, me, and everybody else for having a drink
Mhm.
while
Mhm.
watching this podcast than they make from selling amazing natural resources from this earth
Absolutely.
to foreign companies. Like, go
Yeah,
get
totally.
and imagine if they'd compared it to cigarette revenue.
Yeah.
We know how there's like 97% tax, to be fair. 97, I reckon, percent of cigarette is tax. Given that it's like, well, I used to buy a pouch of 550 grams or whatever it was like $15 back in the day.
50 grams. 50
Yeah.
grams.
Well,
buddy.
Yeah,
well,
50
the other
grams,
thing that was
$15.
put out the other day, like there's twice as much tax gathered from beers bought in Australia than there is
Mining
petroleum or
royalties.
coal sold or something like that.
It was mining royalties, yeah.
Yeah.
Something like that.
What the
Yeah,
fuck
well,
is that? Are you fucking serious?
It's disgraceful. And
Fucking
it's,
idiot.
That's mind-boggling.
especially since it's the Labor government that does that. And the Labor
Yeah.
government's supposed to be about the worker. And
Apparently, a
simple working
smoke shop
man's
in
pleasure
Sydney
is a beer and a smoke.
Day.
And it's the Labor government that have heavily taxed cigarettes and alcohol the most. And they're the workers' party. You've got to be fucking shitting me. The standard worker smokes and drinks, and they're the ones raping them the most. Like, come
That's
on.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
why
they're the
fucking
workers'
politician-
party, all right.
That's it.
They're having a party at your expense.
That's why in Victoria you don't get fuck all tobacco shops fucking raided, because if they do, the CFMEU are going to crack the fucking shits because all their workers can't afford the smoke scent, or they're going to have to fucking say, yeah, corruption breeds
Yeah,
corruption,
fuck.
and fucking
That's fucked.
state governments bribe the federals bribe the states because they all know they're acting unconstitutionally, and so they bribe each other. And then you got fucking unions and all that shit. Sorry if you're in a union, but truth is, they fucking
Unions.
bribe fucking the rest of them.
Yeah.
It's one big
Amazingly,
bribery
I just
circle. It's
realised-
fucking
I
yeah.
just realized I'd stopped on Nick Beck's comment here subconsciously. Cheaper to smoke weed.
CFMEU gets so much money they can afford to smoke.
That's a good point.
Well,
Yeah.
they're probably half the ones who are running the fucking product in the first place. They got
They
to fund
probably
that
are.
operation.
How the fuck does it get into the country if the coppers
Yeah.
aren't involved, if the politicians aren't involved, if fucking
Yeah.
the fucking
You ever notice that the police have a union?
yeah.
Just thought I'd drop that little seed. The police have a police union. They have their own bank to just put it
And
out there.
they get 15% or something like that off their utility bills. So that's electricity, that's whatever. So they get all these perks.
And a police union bank, I believe, is how it works.
Yeah, and it's probably 0% fucking interest.
No surprise to me. No surprise.
So, Jake Soy, my friend, one of our biggest supporters of the network, I thank you very much for your patronage. You wanted to come on the network. What have you got to share with us, my friend? Sorry, I didn't mean to put you on the spot. I just thought it was fun.
Batty, ask if Jay can come on.
Can Jay come on? Jay can
No.
come on. The question is, will Jay come on?
Will Jay come on? No. Sorry.
Sorry. Let Jake have a word to you, mate. Jake? Sorry to cut you off, brother. Go ahead. You wanted the stage, it's yours.
No worries. Yeah, Sydney shop got raided the other day and they found submachine guns in the back room. So they're not fucking around.
I don't believe they're legal in any fucking scenario in this country. That makes you wonder, doesn't it? It's another one of those, we've got to keep guns away from legitimate citizens. But we can't even buy submachine guns. But old mate down the road, he don't give a shit about the law, and he got submachine guns.
Well, actually, they're not illegal. You can own them under a it's what is it again? It's a dealer's license, firearm dealer's license. I think it's class 1 or something like that.
But what about
Down our range?
As a you and me, without owning?
Nah, we'd have to have a dealer's license, class 1 or whatever, to have it.
Yeah.
Because I go down our range. I've seen M60s, I've seen Bren guns, I've seen lots of full automatic machine guns down there. So they're not illegal. You just need to have the right license and pay a lot of money for it. So yeah,
Stupid. Fucking money. Assholes.
Exactly.
Fucking assholes.
Yeah, nothing says control like the dollar sign. Think about it. It's a big S, 2 lines through it where your hands go. It's like the pins. You put your hand in the S and the pins go in, and yep, you're locked into the money.
Cool.
Turn it on its side and it almost becomes infinity.
Yes, but it's broken.
Yes.
so yeah.
So I should probably pay more attention to our audience who doesn't have the testicular fortitude to turn up here today. Anybody got any questions for your long-term fans who have now crossed the bridge from typing comments into the actual podcast world? They've shown their strength. What questions have you got for your fellow comrades, perhaps, ladies and gentlemen? In the meantime, Russian roulette. Who wants to speak first?
I can say something I just really like being in this farm position because I don't get attacked by people. I work with the chickens. The chickens don't attack me. Like in previous jobs, I've always been attacked. People come after me, and I do nothing to nobody to provoke them to attack me. So it's really amazing and lucky for me to be here because I don't get attacked by people.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
T2, dude. I've been following you, and we've gone back and forth quite a number of times. And I work on a working cattle farm, and it's like there's nothing else I'd rather do. Just work with cattle.
Yeah.
Don't worry about the fucking humans or anything that,
Exactly. They always come after you, even though you do nothing to them.
Yeah.
Not everyone, Not everyone, just certain people. Just there's always one or two that come after you, and they just never leave you alone, and
Yeah.
you do nothing to get,
Yeah, high school kind of taught me that, those kind of people go away with a good punch in the nose.
Yeah, I'd love to do that, but it'll come back on me.
Sometimes it's worth it though.
I wasn't born here, so I was born in New Zealand, so it makes it even harder for me.
My mum was born in New Zealand.
Oh, that's awesome! Yeah. I've got to
My
be
dad
careful.
is literally 7th generation Australian, but my mum, New Zealand. Yeah.
True. Yeah. That's awesome.
So where's your cattle farm? Where's your cattle
Sorry?
farm? Where's your cattle
Oh,
farm?
I don't have a cattle farm. I'm the farmer's offsider.
Okay, whereabouts?
Southeast
Would you
Queensland.
Okay. Okay, so, yeah.
Alicia's asking which city was T2 from again?
Franga, near Franga.
Near Franga. Yeah,
Oh,
the home of
I'm-
Frankston Chiv, otherwise known as a screwdriver.
That's where I am now, but I was born in Christchurch, New Zealand, and then my parents bought a sheep farm in Christchurch, and then they moved to a dairy farm in Nelson, and then I moved to here after that. That's Nelson, New Zealand, obviously, and then after that I moved to here.
What do you reckon, man? I reckon New Zealand, much like Australia, is in a huge amount of trouble. We're fucked.
Oh, 1,000%. But I had to move here because I couldn't get any work in New Zealand, and I haven't stopped working since I got off the plane here in 2013. I have never
Oh,
stopped
nice.
working since I got off the plane here.
I think New Zealand's in a worse shape than us. I don't believe they process any petrol or anything in their country. At least we got two left in Australia.
It was a shithole.
We've got I was reading an article just earlier. Japan was complaining they had 250 days worth of oil, up their sleeves. We've got like 21. It's like
The way our servos have been, I reckon it's down to about 15.
Yeah.
Fucking Sunday,
The last
servos, there's been cars lined up 24 hours
Yep.
a day.
100%. Yeah. Absolutely.
no ability to sustain anything. We are so fucking at the mercy.
Go
of the world.
through town, every single fucking servo in the last like 5 or 6 days, hacked.
You know what's funny though? All these countries in the Middle East that have oil, they've stopped producing it because they've got no more storage fucking there. And there's only 2 tankers that have been allowed to pass through the Strait of Hormuz, and they were both Iraqi tankers. And if you think back to the 80s, Iraq and Iran were at war with each other, so that's funny that the only 2 tankers allowed through there are Iraqi.
But why were they at war? Because the fucking CIA put fucking Saddam Hussein in place. We're not supposed to realise that Saddam Hussein was a CIA planted fucking government, just like Isa bin Laden, Osama bin Laden was also planted in Afghanistan by the CIA.
Here's another thing.
Is there a connection going on? Should we be looking at Iran in the same way? Perhaps there's some.
Here's another thing that people don't realise, Buddy. Afghanistan and Pakistan have been kicking it off since 2024 over border disputes. But in the past week, Kabul's been bombed by Pakistan, and Afghanistan's bombed a few fucking Pakistani cities. So, and don't forget, Afghanistan's right next to Iran, and Pakistan's right next to Iran.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no one's talking about this sort of shit. It's just Ukraine, Russia, or those 2 Middle Eastern.
That's
the whole area. It's the whole area because they're all near each other.
And those lands
Which
have
one
been in
next?
thousands
Which
of
one's
fucking
next?
years, depending
In that region, which one's next?
Wow. I think
Well,
they got to get past Iran first. They've already made a massive miscalculation. Hey, we'll sort this out in a week. Oh, hang on. Oh, we'll sort this
India-
out in a couple of weeks. Oh, hang on. It's going to
India-
be a couple of months. And now they're talking about troop placement by the end of the year. It's like,
India,
2 weeks.
Pakistan.
2 weeks
India-
to flatten the curve.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the flat
India-
yeah, I was just going to say that.
Thank you, Jake. Jake,
Yeah.
fucking bang on, mate. All right, that's exactly what I thought. I was watching Redacted, and they put that point forth. The first thing I thought is fucking flatten the curve. Thank you very much for being.
India,
for being
Pakistan
me
kicked it
outside
off
me.
last year, remember?
Yes, brother.
They were fighting each other last year. India, China often fight each other on the border.
The next one's Turkey.
Next one's where?
Yeah,
Turkey.
Turkey's next.
Turkey's the biggest army in NATO.
Yeah, that's the next one. That's the next one.
Mm.
So what happens? NATO takes on Israel and the United States.
I think the big question is
So that works.
myself. This is me thinking. Has America and Israel gone out on a limb, started a war, thinking that their mates had their back? It's like a couple of nerdy kids who have always had a whole bunch of school bullies standing behind them. But the
Beavis
school
and Butthead.
bullies are starting to going, you know what? Let's see if this cunt can
Okay.
punch his way out of a wet paper bag. Yeah? Well, let's see if
Matty?
Israel and America can take on the world. Hey, what if we all just go, nah? And give it
I've got to
back.
go. It's raining real heavy here, and I'm sitting under a tin roof.
You're
So
all right, mate.
it was awesome. Thanks, guys.
Well,
See
hey,
you,
thanks for
Clark.
coming on as briefly as you did. Sorry to
Thanks
get more.
so
Awesome.
much.
Cheers,
Next time.
See you,
Cheers,
Clark.
mate.
Don't forget, America had a plan back in the 90s, 7 countries in 7 years, which worked out to be about 35 years at the moment. And
Mm,
Iran is the last one of those countries.
yeah.
But Iran have the most advanced missiles in the world. So that's one thing that they thought their shock and awe would make them say, oh, we surrender in a few days, which they said it was only supposed to last a few days, but they've copped the hiding in the Middle East at the moment. US bases, that is. And, yeah, it didn't go the way they thought because, yeah, you're fucking with someone that hasn't been to war since the 80s with with Iraq, and they've had plenty of time to work on their missiles, and they're most advanced in the world.
Beavis and Butthead do America.
Yep. It is.
America,
It really
fuck
is.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I couldn't have put that better. That is perfect. That's exactly what we're watching. Fucking Donald Trump and fucking Yahoo. I can't acknowledge the rest of it. It's just Yahoo.
Just call him
Yahoo,
Milikowski.
Yahoo and Trump
Yeah.
does the Middle East.
Just call him Benjamin Milikowski.
Mm.
They're going to kill Trump soon anyway. You know that, eh?
Man, they already. It's funny you said that. I was thinking about it while I was on the shitter earlier because the best thoughts always come out of your
Yeah.
head at the same time something's coming out your ass. I don't know why. It's just the way the world works.
Pressure
That's
release.
just how it is. Okay. And
Yeah.
while I was having that amazing epiphany, fucking, I thought to myself, how does Trump really fucking? I've lost the thought. No, I thought I could save it.
That's fucking funny, man.
And I lost it right there. Where was I? Help me out.
Get back to the pushing of the shit. Fucking funny, man.
It was gold. I swear, I wish I could have shared it with you. You had to be there.
What the shit?
Yeah. If you were there in the dunny, you would have captured that moment. I'm sorry. That's totally
Fucking funny, man. It's fucking funny.
Oh, it was a brilliant idea too. I segued with an amazing joke, and then the idea went. Got
Oh, no.
fired. The
T2
idea
said
of, like-
something about Orange Chomo, Trump dying or something like that.
You're going to get killed. Son.
That's where it started off with you, buddy. That's where it started off.
Ah,
and then he
yes,
started talking about your shit.
So why? Thank you. So why has Trump not dived into why some cunt just tried to kill him? You know, like, you know, never forget the bloody ears and every cunt fucking putting stupid patches on their fucking head and all this crap. You know, where's the assassin?
Because
Who's
he's an actor.
Who's his plastic surgery? He was healed within fucking a week.
Because
But why
Trump is a
has
fucking actor as well.
he's now the fucking president? He's got all the power in the fucking world, so we're meant to believe. Where's the cunt who shot him?
No. Trump is an actor as well.
No, I have no doubt of that.
He's actually
just an actor.
He's actually a WWF fucking Hall of Famer. World Wrestling Federation.
Well.
Yeah,
Just a
he's
mouth-
not gonna
Yeah,
go-
well, that's what he got the award for.
Bret Hart? Was it Bret Hart that had the fall?
Yeah.
There were
Yeah.
two Hart brothers. One of them died. Can't remember. Fell from the rafters.
It was Bret Hart. I'm pretty sure it was Bret
yeah.
Hart.
So again, they took the shot at him allegedly. Allegedly, he was shot at. But now he's the president of America. He has the biggest fucking military secret service force at his disposal, yet not a word has been said about the investigation into who shot at Donald Trump.
Because the next distraction come along, and the next one, and the next one after that. We're about 7 distractions after it.
Well, in the words of Bill
so you're
Gates,
saying I
he's
could have
dead, so
forgotten.
there's that.
Sorry, Jake.
In the words of Bill Gates, well, he's dead, so there's that.
Fucking oath, he's
Yeah.
dead. He's fucking
But
dead,
he's
all right.
alive. But he's alive. He's not dead.
No, the assassin, supposed assassin.
Yeah, righto.
But don't forget,
Look no further.
another thing about Orange Chomo was back in the 80s and 90s, he was asked who he'd run for, if he could run for politics, who he'd run for. And he was always a lifelong Democrat supporter and donator. He said, I'd run for the Republicans because they're the most stupid. Good mates with Hillary and Bill. Democrats.
It's one of those things, you know, like analysing the way things gone out, you know, and old mates like, well, we're the not-war party. Trump's like, no, we're not having war. We're ending the forever wars. And now he's doing exactly the opposite of everything he's fucking said.
He's basically he's like basically the only good one for now, but he's not really the good one. He's just playing his part, I think, and he's just
exactly.
He's just like
a
mouthpiece, you know?
lying to us.
He's still an asshole. He's still an asshole.
Well, the guns. But with bump stocks, we'll take the firearms first, and we'll do due process later. Right. So he's all for the Second Amendment, but he's taking the guns first before fucking the court and all this sort of shit. Ain't he fucking yeah? Yeah. What else was I gonna fucking say?
It's kind of hard. It's fucking hard.
Syria. When they went into Syria under his watch, he goes, "Oh, we're keeping all the oil." And who still controls the oil in Syria? The US.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And what does the war machine love? The petrodollar.
Oil. Money.
Every time there's a war, the petrodollar goes up and the petrodollar people get rich. And that was one of the things. Like, people used to say, hey, look, Trump's not under the control of the petrodollar. He's not economically tied into it. But he seems to be politically tied into it now. He may not
He's still
have
a fucking asshole. He's still an asshole in a way. Yeah.
But he has a vested interest nonetheless.
Yeah.
And that I mean, look, you know, back to the assassination. Did they actually take a shot at him? Or was it just a show?
It was WWF, mate. It was fucking WWE. Yeah, bit of
one
fucking.
one way or the other, the result seems to be the same.
Yeah.
Either they scared him into it or he went along with it to sell the fucking campaign. The big question I guess we have now is what's the rest of the world going to do? Because the full-blown leftist actors are playing the we hate Trump and we don't support Israel. We want to get on board with Islamic terrorism. That's more of our communist ideal. How are they going to play out? Because now Yahoo's screaming out to Australia and various other countries, obviously Europe, please come join our fucking war that we started. You know, it's your shit,
Yeah.
it's your dumbass fucking mate who got wasted and picked a fucking fight with people you didn't need to pick a fight with, and now you want me to jump in and go to war with you because you're a fucking wasted idiot.
Yeah.
And don't forget, Iraq wasn't part of Iran wasn't part of the IMF or whatever. So they weren't part. They weren't. It's the same as Libya and all that sort of shit. What was he trying to do? He was trying to get the money back onto the gold currency and free houses for the people that live there and all this, and get out of the IMF, International Monetary Fund. And it's, yeah, they don't want people. They want them all part of this one world government, which is digital ID, digital currency, all this sort of shit. You can't have one country that's in, fuck yous, we're not dealing in your dollars, in the US petrodollars or any of this shit. US dollars dying, fiat currency's dying. Yeah, we need to get them on board.
Their request. Like, none of it really matters because it's all fictional. It's a fictional
Yeah,
reality.
yeah.
The important
know what
thing is that we, the people, believe whatever bullshit they conjured up this week. Let's face it, none of this shit actually means anything. Their
Not to us, it
entire
don't.
idea of an economy is a facade.
Yeah,
Everything is a joke. Nothing
well, it's all-
means a fucking thing.
it's all just ones and zeros on the computer, isn't it, buddy?
Yeah, fucking oath.
And if the computer doesn't exist, wow, amazingly, trees still grow.
Exactly.
And Buddy still has thoughts while he's having a shit.
It's amazing what can happen while you're getting rid of waste products. You know? Like voting Labor and Liberal out. You know,
I love it.
Be gone. Yeah. Elbow, be gone. If only it was that simple.
Yeah.
I mean, I would be willing to risk a hemorrhoid to get rid of elbow. I don't know about you, like, what do you think?
I don't vote. I don't vote. So
That fucking stupid mug is
But
already
you
gone.
shit.
Oi, that fucking stupid mug's already gone to fucking Gitmo. He's already been replaced by a fucking body double or a fucking replacement fucking like clone or whatever. It's just a fucking like a actor. That's it. That's all that's there. That little mug is not there. It's already gone. It's just a bloody body double. You know, just like an actor, like a CGI AI actor. That's all that fucking mug is. That elbow thing is just, that's it. No, I'm serious.
He's a drone.
But you can believe he's there still if you want, but I'm saying that that's the truth. You know, but you don't have to believe me. Yeah, I'm just saying. It's just a fucking mug. They've already been taken out. The whole lot have already been taken out. The entire lot.
I'd like to think that. I'd like
I wouldn't tell you otherwise, man. I would not tell you otherwise unless I deep researched it for bloody years. But it's up to you. I don't really care. It's just, I'm saying, like,
okay, so if you want to deal with that concept, so then what's the motivation for maintaining the bullshit?
exactly. That's the thing. Everyone just jumps on board and everyone carries it along and it just keeps going. The thing is, you need to go and have a look at Christian 21, Sibley 22 on Rumble, but don't just think of that as another cult or something like that. I'm saying that you've got to drop everything, like of everyone that's saying everything out there. You drop the whole lot and then go and just break it off yourself, off your shoulders, off everything, and just go like this. Get rid of it because that's what I did, and I broke. I've got away from everyone what they've said. They say everywhere, and it's easy to say that I'm just some stupid little fuckwit saying some stupid bunch of junk, right? But it's the thing is, you've got to go in within yourself, and you've got to go and sort of like cut out the bullshit, and then just go and have a look for yourself. And you know, you've got your own brain, you've got your own thinking. You can go and do it. And if I can do it, anyone can do it. And I'm not sort of some person that's trying to like trivert people into some direction, nothing like that. I'm just doing like what I did myself, that's all, and trying to help people. And I'm trying to help people for the best. You know, I'm not gonna bloody.
I think we're all
You've
trying
seen
to
me,
do
Betty.
that.
You've seen me, Betty. You've seen me around on your chats and that. You know.
Yeah, I love your comments. I love your work, and I love the fact that you've stepped up today. And
Cheers, man.
that's really good, you know. But I don't know. What can let's wrap this up, because I've run out of rum, which is a problem.
Sorry, man.
So we need to wrap this up. So let's get some final comments. We'll start round. Start with you, T2. What's your final words for the people? Let's wrap this show.
Well, we're living in a movie. It's not real. We're just watching everything to play out what we were going to be shown. Like, it's playing out what they really had planned for us. Right? They had this evil plan for us. Right? It's been stopped. Stopped. All the bad people have been removed already. The whole fucking lot have been removed already. And now they're just showing the plan play out just for the sleepers, right? For the sleepers. Not you. You're not a sleeper. Not you or anyone here. None of you are sleepers. So what they're doing is they've already taken out everyone because they had to do it behind the scenes, or else people would panic. You get what I'm saying? People would go ballistic and kill each other if they seen that their gods were killed. You know, they're like, you know, Katy Perry was killed or executed. They'd go ballistic if they seen that Katy Perry was executed. So they had to do it behind the scenes. So now we're seeing.
Can I just quickly sum up what I believe you're trying to say and say yes or no? Fundamentally, what you're saying, as I understand it, is they've already taken out the evil. They're just allowing a certain amount of the show to go on so that the general public could see what would have happened had intervention not taken place.
Basically, Yep. So they've taken out all the demons, all the evil ones, the whole lot, and now they've got a few minions.
Right. I really hope you're right.
Oh,
that's a beautiful vision, and it's a wonderful concept. Totally, I really hope that all we're seeing is a show.
It is, man.
It stands to reason, in a sense, you know, when you look into, say, like the UFO phenomenon and that idea that there's a higher presence that it is preventing any further nuclear warfare. Because let's face it, we've only seen, you know, Hiroshima and Nagasaki is the only two major nuclear events, and since war has continued to wage from that date, as it always has on this planet, that no amazingly huge nuclear weapons have been used, or at least observably. And there's a lot of reports that other entities, foreign or domestic, have intervened and prevented the use of military application of uranium enriched weapons, as they like to state.
Man.
That's an interesting concept. Why haven't they dropped a bomb since Nagasaki or Hiroshima? Have they been disabled by something bigger? Is a big question. But that said, nuclear enriched shells, they've used you know, like radiated fucking weapons in the Middle East in the past. That's something that's been thrown out quite a lot, and it's almost you have to wonder is the military of this earth, the sick evil of this earth, just trying to go, how far can we push evil before we get a reaction? What do we get, not just from the people, but from the keepers, perhaps?
1000%. No, it's the GAA, the Galactic Alliance Association, and the White Hats have. I mean, everyone's going to laugh at me for that, but no.
But can
They
you be
have
so
won-
sure? I know what you're talking about, but are you absolutely
They have won.
sure? Or
They
is
have
it
won
just
the galactic. They have won the galactic.
I want to
war.
believe that kind of concept. I've heard these
Yeah.
stories, but
No, but it
can
goes
you be
deeper, man.
sure?
It goes deeper. They won the galactic the galactic war, but then it's on top of that, they've taken out all the evil near. It's hard, man. Like, I don't have every word for everything to explain, but they've won the galactic war, right? That's been going on for thousands of years before, right? And so I've done the hardcore fucking deep research to figure this out, or else I'm not gonna believe it, man. Or else if it's not real, I'm not gonna bloody believe it, because I'm a truthful person, man. I need to know the truth for myself and my girlfriend, man. And I need to know. And then I'm not going to bloody put that out onto other people unless I know that that's, 1000% the truth. And so we are safe, and all the evil has been taken out. And now we just have to wait and see, because what they've done, they've taken out. There's no governments here now. No governments are here. No governments. They're all gone. They're all gone. They've just been. What they're doing is they're playing out as actors. I know people are going to go crazy. They're going to go mad. The thing is, they are all just actors now. The whole lot have been taken, man. The whole lot have been taken.
I just want to
That's it.
rein you in a little bit.
I know. All right. Sorry. So yeah.
Because cool. You're kind of repeating
Sorry.
yourself a little bit on that. They've
sorry.
been taken, they've been captured, and that's great that
Yeah.
you believe that. And I'm not saying it's not true. I
Yeah.
hope it is true. But at the end of the day,
Yeah.
until we have any real evidence, I don't believe we can really sort of make that assumption.
Well, when you see the next
Anna
level.
Foster put in
Yeah.
while you were speaking that she said, "I want," emphasis on want, to believe it. And so do I.
Cheers, man.
I think that's a big thing. That's a big sales pitch for perhaps those who are leading a psyop, is to make us believe that everything's okay. Go back to sleep. Just keep doing your thing. Good is coming.
Yeah. Oh, I believe
feel
you,
that
man.
that's a bit of a problem. So
I understand you, man.
I got to move on, and
Okay.
and thanks for
What?
coming on and sharing your thing. DJ Knucklehead, aka Harps, can you throw us your last few words so we can move on?
Hit the thumbs up, fuckers. Yeah, share the show. Share the motherfucking show. My thoughts. If all that was true, we wouldn't be paying taxes anymore. We wouldn't be getting these new hate speech laws and all this fucking bullshit put on us. Watch each other's backs. Look after your families and all that. Be prepared. What's coming? You ain't seen nothing yet, as Joe Jackson fucking said.
And I don't think we really know what's just coming. We can all make our guesses and dive into what it may or may not be, but we don't really know.
One more thing, if you don't mind, buddy.
Sorry. Yep. Go.
If you're in a heavy metal or punk or thrash metal or any sort of heavier style of music, Mob Rules on TMP or AM Wake Up on Rumble Monday mornings, 8 a.m. Daylight savings time, so 9 a.m. for Queensland and 12 or whatever for Western Australia. Cheers. Thank you.
And you guys better keep an eye on it, because I may turn up one day to reciprocate and have a yarn.
You're welcome on there anytime, buddy. You're welcome on
Mate.
anytime.
Tell me when you want me. I'll be there.
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Yeah,
Done.
I'll email it. I'll email you.
Email me?
have
date
some
and time
songs
and I'll
lined
be
up.
there.
Have your own music lined up.
Fuck yeah.
But you got to send it to us so we can send it to our mate, and he puts it through a program. Because if we play YouTube songs just on StreamYard, it's the sounds all up and down and jumpy and all that.
Yep.
But he runs
No.
it through a program, and it's all smooth and perfect. And
Tell me how you need it and whatever, and I'll make it happen. You
I'll
know?
email you, buddy. Not a problem. You're welcome on our show, mate.
Love to be on it. That'd be great fun.
Thank you,
So
mate.
finally, Jake Soy, one of the greatest supporters of the North Queensland Freedom Network. He's really put his money where his mouth is. He's a great bloke. Final words, my very good
I
friend.
hope it helped. Yeah, the world's a crazy place at the moment. I don't think any of us really know what's going on or what's to come. But I have a positive outlook to it. Everything will work itself out eventually. But I think we've got some strange times ahead of us over the next few years. And just try and keep abreast of it. There's so much information out there, it's hard to disseminate exactly what it is they're trying to tell us. But those of us who dig a bit deeper, hopefully we can figure it out and pass it on to our fellow humans.
Look up
Here,
Sib-
my
Sibley.
friend.
Remember, Batty? Look up Sibley 22. I told you. That's how I found out everything. And yeah, it's up to yourself. I'm not pushing you. It's just, yeah, look up Sibley 22 on Rumble.
Send me. Is that the same fella that you sent me a link to?
Ages ago, yeah. Sibley 22 on Rumble. SIBLEY 22 on Rumble. But you've got to make up your own conclusions. You can't just like go in there and believe it. You've got to make up your own conclusions, like with everyone.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, man. I'm not being mean. I'm just saying cheers, man.
If I can just send a shout out
awesome
to
show, man.
Max
ahead,
Egan. If I can send a
Cheers,
shout
Betty.
out to Max Egan and Jeff Berwick, the Dollar Vigilante. They've got some pretty interesting takes on the world and what's happening at the moment.
Oh fuck yeah!
And they were
look,
just
at
in
the
the
end of
shit.
the day, it's perception, you know. And I think
exactly.
one of the scariest things potentially for those who might actually know is the idea that the way we perceive reality is how it is. If we perceive there is no dominating, horrible, sick pedo fucking filth controlling the world, then they may just suddenly cease to exist. So all we have to do is stop believing in sick fuck pedo, filthy banker scumbags who want to control the world through their satanic cult.
Fucking oath.
We can make them disappear by ignoring them.
And
The same
Exactly.
way they ignore decent humanity and the decency of the way we should be.
And
I love it, Betty.
Max and Jeff Berwick were just at Apocalypto, which was in Port of whatever in Mexico.
Puerto Vallarta.
Puerto Vallarta, when that stuff went down for one day. Would you believe it? The cartels fought for one day.
Makes a lot of sense, doesn't it?
Yeah, one day, and the coppers cleared out of there, and it was all happened for one day only.
Yeah, just like you know, we'll solve the war in Iran in 2 days. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah,
You
Assholes.
see it
I've
on
no
the
oppo-
media, it must be true. But anyway, guys, look, thanks heaps for coming on. I have to keep moving, so
Thank you, Betty.
let's
Thank
do
you,
it
Betty.
again. Thank you, T2. Thank you, DJ Knucklehead and Jake Soy. Fucking love your work. You guys.
Thanks
are
all you
great
guys
human
as well.
beings, and thank you all very much for joining the after party.
Can't do it.
Maybe we might have to do this again at some point and start putting out fucking after party ideas. Get the fans in and just talk shit. You know, so it's been great fun. Thoroughly enjoy it. So yeah, until next time, ladies and gentlemen, and all you wonderful people, look after yourselves because no one's gonna fucking do it for you. See you next time.
Good
Skull.
night, everyone.
Cheers all. Cheers all.